This thing on?
Like Watts tell me, you get over them, I'll have you fired. I'll fire you.
I think we're on, Rip. We are on.
This thing on?
Get the big intro. Hey, welcome to the Rip Rogers Show.
Well, all of a sudden you just turned it on.
Well, it's noon. It just comes on at noon. Like we're on. We're live. I mean,
you
that's when it's
countdown or nothing. No, man, you got my coffee, pepper. Oh, there's a song. Okay. Now, hey, we're on.
It's like the first time we've ever done this.
Second.
Starcade, baby.
Starcade.
Think even better than that.
So swole that I can't get the shit closed.
All right. You know, I was thinking about getting some big intro for myself, like the only man ever to beat John Cena, to shut down Hulk Hogan as he was the bodyguard for The Rock.
Yeah, you did do that.
And to chop CM Punk.
Yeah.
Probably the only man that's ever done that in the history of the world, I would say.
I would. Hey, take about 22 hours, edit that up, be real good. Yeah. And just have that. And just open the show with that.
If I could just get somebody to do it for me that has a better voice that could put all that together, it'd be awesome. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, but I liked it when you was with Starcade and you had the kendo stick hitting everybody, and then the throwing the fire and everything.
Well, I missed. I got hit with the kendo stick. I missed.
I knew it was something like that.
I got my ass beat with the kendo stick. Starcade beat me up. Welcome in green, Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. Don't be a square peg. I think maybe I've heard that name once, but I'm not sure. Maybe a new listener. Talion's in the house. Been doing some great comments on our YouTube channel. Buckshot Kid in the house as always. And it is Friday the 13th, and we are ready to roll today, Rip. I think, aren't you ready to roll?
Shit, I've been here for 3 hours.
Yeah, not really. I was getting kind of worried. You were only here like 20 minutes early, so which is about 2 hours
No,
late,
I was here about 30 minutes early, but I set out my car for about 10 minutes.
All right, I didn't get the beard dyed today. Looking pretty gray. Man, look at that.
Well, I wonder why you didn't turn the lights up full capacity.
They're on, man.
With the flux capacitor.
They're on. Let's do some plugs here at the beginning of the show. Look at that. ProWrestlingTees.com. Look at that.
Hey, I got my shirt on. You got your shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, mine's a little bit wrinkled, but what the hell? So I just put it over.
You got a turtleneck on under there?
No, I got another shirt on over there. So I'm going to go to the gym afterwards. So I just take the one off.
Turtleneck. Hey, you know what else you can do? You can go buy Rip's book.
I got the not the turtleneck, the turkey neck with the extra fat on my neck.
Look at that, Rip, your book.
There it is.
Where can you get that?
At Amazon.com. I just read it.
Amazon.com. You were just talking about them. There's our intro and outro.
Yeah.
Starcade, baby. Yeah. I bet I know which one you like.
Mocha.
Starcade. And if you guys haven't, we're getting all these plugs in today. If you guys haven't done it yet, go to our page. I've been putting out clips.
There's the freak, Carrie.
It says interview today. That's wrong. But go to our clips. Watch all the clips of Carrie Silken, Ring of Honor. If you're a member, the whole thing's out. I got it out the day after. A lot of you have watched it, so that's cool.
He's a freakazoid.
But it's out, ready to go. All the clips are coming out. Go ahead and watch those, like those,
and smash,
comment on those, all that good stuff.
That wasn't my cue.
Smash is fine. Yeah, okay. That's good. There's some good. We got some plugs in.
Now, who's the new guy spelling my name wrong?
I don't think he's a new guy. Italian's been there for
a couple of weeks.
Oh, he's been around forever.
You know, I can't see good anyway. Let me see.
He said, you got to get rid of the D, Rogers.
Yeah,
you're thinking Aaron Rodgers. Get rid of the D. It's Rip Rogers with just a G, no D.
Yeah, just like Roy Rogers and Henry Rogers.
Italian really helps out the show though, so we're gonna cut him some slack on that misspelling. Man, I had a format for the show today, and I've lost it.
Well, we'll just ad lib it, whatever.
I've lost it.
I see I got to slide down. I see Opinionator's finally here. I know it's hard for him to get up because he's busy being a gigolo late at night. And he's on the West Coast too, so he's getting no sleep. But he happens to.
I bet he was hanging out with the guy that used to produce for us for like a day or whatever. The guy from California, since they all know each other.
Well, you know, it's close. You know, everybody in California is close.
Do you remember that guy's name?
That's the guy you slid him some money, then he bailed on you,
then
right?
He quit. Yeah, he was a top referral from Opinion Haver. He sent us that guy firsthand.
Well, he better start doing his opinion to Haver.
Son of a bitch. I had a whole thing laid out
Hey,
today.
you're cussing on the air. We passed 30
And
seconds.
I would say so.
Okay.
Hey, I see somebody thumbs up this thing on Facebook. Go over to YouTube and watch it, man. Wrestling with Rip Rogers on YouTube. If you're on there right now, go ahead and like all this shit. Okay, what else we got here, Rip? Haley J comes flying so fast, about to pay something. I have no idea what that says. Can't read over there. Haley J will be on 1 o'clock. So me and Rip are doing our regular show, uninterrupted from noon to 1. She's going to get in here at 1 today.
So is her show going to be live too? So it's
Correct.
live?
Correct. That's why I said
So
if
it's
you got
not
to pee,
live tape.
if you got to pee, go pee. Yeah, we're live.
Well, I got my Circle K cup underneath the thing here, so I'll just let her fly on the air, but you can't see it. It's
Yeah.
okay.
You can't see it if you could see it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got above average width. It's just the length that's not too good.
I've seen it. It's pretty good.
Oh, don't put me over.
Back in the Crossroad days.
Do I owe you money?
Back in the Crossroad days, gym days.
Well, I didn't have as much body fat, so then the worm looked bigger.
Man, I used to remember going in that locker room at Crossroads. You'd be done. You'd hit the tanning bed. Then you'd shower.
No, I
Then
didn't take a shower there.
Yes, you did too.
Maybe
100%.
once or twice.
That's back when you used to shower. You
Oh, okay.
showered at Crossroads all the time.
Did I really? I was probably
Yes.
giving myself a wank. No,
You would give yourself a wank in the tanning bed. Yeah.
I'd shoot the snake on the face and hit the top of it. I could hear it sort of go and burn.
Jeez. But yeah, you'd always be tan. You always showered. You would shave. You'd wear the fanny pack. You had the bleach in the hair, the dye in the beard. Man, you were hot, Rip. You were hot.
Well, now, would I be hot for girls or hot for young boys?
You were hot for me.
It's
so
hot
I don't
for
know.
everything.
Yeah.
Now you're 6'6", and well, you shrunk down to 6'4" and 7'8". So.
And my kids, and my wife. I think they all told me I was looking old the other day. So that was good.
Great.
Yeah. Some Facebook picture popped up, like the memories or whatever.
Oh,
she's
when
like,
you was 28,
yeah, she's like,
alive.
look how young you look.
Well, you were.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like,
when she gets to be 97, say, hey, baby.
Yeah, wait till she's 50.
Get him off the ground.
Yeah. Once she gets out of her 20s, I was going to say teens. I didn't want to get in trouble. Let's see.
You
Where's that?
get over with me.
Frank's Pickle Barrel wants to know where the pervert medium 5 is. John Tucker in green says,
all right,
baby. Talion apologized, Rip. He said, my bad. It's all right. No big
He'll
deal.
never make that same mistake again. But if he does it next week, then I can say his name again. And then he get that. He get
perfect.
Be like the Weasel getting his name on there, even though when the Weasel's banned, he still gets his name on there by saying something stupid.
That's right.
So Manny the Weasel Valverde, I am not mentioning your name today.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Tahetris. Sorry if I said that wrong. Weathersby. I think he might be new.
Look at Weasel.
Love hearing Rip's takes.
I don't want to say. Look,
put over the new guy, Rip.
Like I can't see that far up.
Yeah, let me lead this chat.
All right, I'll just shut up.
I'll feed everything right.
As the miser would say, lead, follow, or get out of the way.
I'll throw everything your way.
Okay,
just every single thing. Like this guy right here that said he loves hearing your takes, Rip.
Well, I can't blame him. I like to hear my takes too. Caleb Hall's his coach. Samir Nassif, wrestling coach here in Dubai. That's right. That's Vince the Prince. That's when Vince the Prince was over in Dubai, and he was coaching wrestling over there. I remember he told me about it, and there was some guy, and it was him actually talking from Dubai, talking about this. And I said, whoever the fuck you are, you sound exactly like me. Who the fuck is this? He goes, it's me, Caleb Hall, Vince the Prince. What the fuck you doing in Dubai? I think he was married to one, then he was married to two. Hell, he might have had 3 at once going on, but they got some kind of laws where you can be married here and not married there. So it was okay to do whatever. But Vince the Prince is over with me, so what the hell?
And he wrote your book.
He wrote my book too. Yeah. All I had to do is send him some pictures.
Amazon.com. Finally, the Weasel has come back to wrestling with the Rip Rogers. I think Weasel is hilarious. I'm sorry. I think
but he's not trying to be. That's the gimmick.
No, he's so funny. I think we should have him back on. Not today. I got too much planned on our agenda today. Not really, but not today. But I think we should have him back on laying in bed naked like he did that.
I think we ought to have the pose down with him and Eric Jimenez, and we can put it on the
we can do that too. But I'm pretty pumped about another naked in bed Weasel interview. I mean, that thing was
on fire.
That was awesome. Brian Colstein Green, new member.
All right.
Hello, everyone.
Just watched some Continental Championship Wrestling. Rip won. Well, don't tell which one Vaughn is, because he said, I've never won a match in my life. I think I've won 3. But...
Oh, yeah. We didn't even talk about that when you won the last time. I always say you lost, and I didn't
now,
even
who did I
mention
beat?
Mike Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I didn't even mention it. Man, that's my bad. I didn't even put over the victory.
Well, I think I forgot about it. I think that was Mike's 7th match of the day and my first, so I think he was a little bit tired.
Man, I thought I meant to put a clip on here, and I didn't do it. Shit. The one thing I didn't do. Shit. Anyway, go watch Rip Rogers Reacts. It's a new video I put out last night. Him against Mike Jackson, Southeastern Wrestling. Pretty cool. We're getting a lot of comments on there, so keep those comments coming. And, yeah, Rip, you finally won a match.
Well, give me a hand. Okay, give me the hand. Okay.
Congratulations.
I see Mike Jackson about 3 months ago? I was down at that thing in Dothan. Had a seminar down there, a get-together, gathering, whatever the hell you want to call it. There was Mike Jackson, looking good, looking the same. Met Mike in 78, and he would always work Birmingham. He would work TV in the old Florida territory, for Fuller's, Atlanta territory. He'd even go out there for Watts. So he was always kept busy. He was a good guy, good worker.
So I Googled some pictures of him to try to put it on our thumbnail, and looked like he was still wrestling.
There's my thumbnail.
Like today, like all ripped.
I go say like 3 months ago. Yeah, he was in the ring.
He was shredded.
Yeah,
he's still wrestling.
Yeah, he's 70-something years old. I don't know exactly how old it is, but he's older than me, and I'm 69. If I make it February 7th, I'll be big number 70. Shit, there's the last.
Yeah. I'll be 50 this month. My voice just cracked. 50 October 29th.
Yeah,
man.
but you're in the prime of life.
Well, shit.
If I was used to be 6'5", 6'6", and then shrunk down, no matter what, I'd be in prime of life till I croaked.
Well, you could have been at 5'10" or however tall you are. You could have still been prime of life until you croaked.
Okay, I guess so.
It doesn't matter how tall you are.
I guess it didn't help get run over by that car.
Yeah, I just got to avoid car wrecks. Knock on wood. It's not wood. T. Weathersby says, got to get Rip a magnifying glass. Yeah, I got it. Dennis Marie says, love the show. New listener, I think.
All right.
I think so. How long is Miss J going to go today? Broadway, a call in the ring. Probably an hour, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. I would say an hour-ish. We'll see what happens. Starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. There you go. Badfish 18. Hello from Seymour. Do you know Badfish 18, Rip?
Badfish 18. Well, if I had a name, maybe I could know somebody.
You do. It's Badfish 18.
His first name's Bad and the last name's Fish.
Well, I think his first name's Badfish and his last name's 18.
Or is it Bad Fish and then he's 18 years old and then he's related to Dr. Fish?
Oh, maybe. Could be. T. Weasel says, I remember, he's talking about that interview, Naked in Bed. I was the most over guest of all time on the show. Mickey James was probably second.
Mickey was probably bubbling. Had you seen the Weasel buck ass naked?
Always enjoyed Mike Jackson. He has talent. Good day from Louisville, Kentucky.
Hot damn.
KQ4LDC.
Louisville, Kentucky calling on here.
Yeah, so I got a little surprise here, Rip. We haven't talked about this guy in a while. I don't think he's probably watching, but we used to do a couple things on him every once in a while. You recognize that guy?
That's the King.
Look at the King. So I got this, I don't know, montage. I don't know what the word is. All these things out of the King's scrapbook.
Oh, yes.
That he's done. So here he was the champion bowler. I'm not going to show them all today. I'm just going to show a couple today, maybe a couple next week, Here's the King, though. Just keep all these in mind as we go along. The King is a championship bowler. And then we got the King right here. He not only could bowl, but he was also the home run king.
No, he wasn't a home run king.
Yes, he was.
No, he was.
I've seen the trophy.
No, huh?
I've seen the trophy that says he was the home run king.
Oh, he probably bought it from somebody.
No, he did not. Who do you think the home run king was? He just that old white bat. Oh, it was so heavy. It was so awesome. He was the home run king. He had several trophies.
I think he bought them. He got them somewhere. If I'd have known that, I'd have got a couple from him, so I could have been the home run king.
We think of those pictures of the King. Man.
I think the King was the greatest pitcher with the unlimited arch rule. That son bitch could throw that sucker 20 feet in the air, drop it a half or 2 inches and back it, and you were having 3-1 softball games because he was nobody could hit the ball.
He could pitch and hit. He was the original Babe Ruth and Ohtani.
Yeah, Ohtani. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah,
King was the original Ohtani.
You know, I was just going to say.
No,
I'm not going to.
No,
I was going to say like.
Hey, quit that!
Well, I'm adjusting my glasses.
We're taking you off.
What am I doing?
Right
What you take me
we
off
didn't get
there?
to this last week.
Hey, there's Luthez and Sam Muchnick and Buddy Rogers and Strangler Lewis.
You called me talking about this book, or maybe I called you. I can't remember. And you told me a great story about this, and the I can't even remember now. Something to the black ball or the monopoly or something about the National Wrestling Alliance. And you tweeted out if people really knew something about maybe corruption or something. Can you give some of that story to the people out there?
Well, shit, the whole book's about corruption.
Okay, give us the cliff notes or the rip notes.
Oh, it's just like Sam Muchnick worked for. He was a sports writer.
Tell the people out there.
Sam Muchnick, St. Louis used to be one of the most prestigious wrestling cities in the nation. Sam Muchnick was a sports writer, and the promoter was smartening him up so he could get some better things in the paper, some free advertising and stuff. So Muchnick turned the tables and said he was going to expose the wrestling business if they didn't. They sort of made him the boss, and he wasn't even a wrestler. He was a newspaper man. And Romer's got I don't know how many pictures with Sam Muchnick because Romer used to go to his house and he'd come over to Dick the Bruiser's house, and he was the leader of the NWA for years and years and years. And when they ran wrestling, the Wrestling at the Chase used to be a wrestling show, and you would wrestle. Wrestling from the Chase, it was like you would eat dinner there, and there would be tables. They're serving champagne, and they have a big old wrestling ring in the middle of the thing, and it was a classy thing. But Muchnick, he was like the king. He was the head rocket. He was the leader of the mafioso in the wrestling business for years and years.
How did that run end?
Well, the NWA when Vince went big time and started the territory started going out of business. There wasn't many NWA territories left anymore. Where it used to be all the territories in the United States except Vern Gagne's AWA and the WWF up in the Northeast ran by Vince McMahon Sr. Everybody else was a member of the NWA, and Vince was actually a member of the NWA, so he could always get talent from them.
Oh, there you have it. Do you have that book, Rip?
No, but somebody else showed it to me. They had actually got it out in one of the barrels at Amazon and was showing it to me. I don't know if they paunched it or not, though. Paunched it mean to steal.
I tried to get you to steal one.
But no, I couldn't do that, huh? They check you with everything as you go in and out. Make sure if you're stealing wrestling books, that's a hot item.
I figure you'd be
Strangler Lewis.
enough.
Strangler Lewis. I'd have to put it down my pack. And I knew my Fernum wasn't that big, so my fanny pack would be exploding.
Hey, just a reminder: 1 o'clock.
Est.
OVW and Netflix star.
What's S stand for?
HollyHood, Haley J going to join us live. What's S stand for? What's that mean?
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, 1 o'clock.
It was just Est. I said,
Eastern Standard.
That reminded me
time.
When I'd be in the Maritimes, it was bilingual. So it would be like you'd see a traffic sign, it'd say Nord, Sud, Est, Oest. So that was North, South, East, and West. Nord, Sud, Est, Oest. So that was sort of like Oest without the O.
Huh. 4 baddest men in Crossroads gym history.
What?
I don't know. T Weasel 1A, Frank Hickam.
What's he talking about?
I don't know. Just 1B, Manny the Weasel. He's talking about next Floyd Sanders, then Rip Rogers. He's listing the 4 toughest, baddest men in Crossroads gym history.
Well, I thought Manny was number 1.
He's 1B. Him and Frank
okay.
Hickam are
It's
tied,
sort of tied
for first.
I agree with that.
Floyd Sanders.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And then Rip Rogers. That's awesome.
I think.
Do you agree with Manny being tied for first?
Well, the Weasel, the Weasel in his day was a badass. Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Don't ever tell me not to put over the weasel again if you're going to say that shit.
Well, it was a rib love.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out who that was from Seymour. So Opinion Haver said, everyone in Indiana doesn't know each other, unlike here in California.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't be a square peg. I'm from Kentucky as well. Little town called Grayson, Kentucky. Rip. You ever heard of Grayson, Kentucky?
Hell, I worked at Olive Hill, National Guard
Did
Armory
either one
there.
of you ever worked the
Yes.
Armory in Olive Hill, Kentucky?
Yeah.
Which is a town right beside my hometown here. I don't believe I ever did.
No, it's
at
about
OVW,
about 20 minutes from Ashland, going towards Huntington, West Virginia on Interstate 64 in Kentucky. Olive Hill was a great wrestling town.
Let's see what else we got in here. King was a 5-tool player. Yes, he was. We're still talking about bad fish. Everybody's just giving you shit, bad fish. Nobody's really worried about it. You're not a rat. Rip, would it be possible to have Kevin Sullivan on? I think it would be an interesting interview. Just wondered, both of you, your knowledge on the same show would be great, Brian Colsty asked.
I think having Kevin Sullivan on the show is a good idea. Why don't you line it up? But no, Kevin's one of the smartest guys in the business because you always hang around with the guys smarter than you and with the guys older than you. And he was under the tutelage of the great Mark Lewin and Abuda Dean's dad. He was Curtis Iakea when he was most of the time. And they were the legends. Yeah, Kevin was in his early 20s and he was hanging around with the guys 10, 15 years older than him. So he got all their knowledge passed down to him. Kevin's one of the smartest guys in the business.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's really smart, and he don't ever get excited. To get him leave a feet on a bump would be a miracle, and if he sold it, it would be a double miracle. But what the hell, right? It's just called being smartened up.
He always scared me. See, I always kind of wondered when he became like Booker or whatever in WCW.
No, he was a really smart guy.
Got it. All right.
This is from last week. I was drinking my coffee, I guess, or this was today's.
Oh, that's probably mine from earlier.
It's real cold.
Probably, yeah.
Check it out.
I don't know. Maybe you could bang it harder on the thing.
Well, I French kiss a little bit.
No, I mean,
get a little saliva going.
Stephen Keys might be a new listener. Welcome, Stephen.
Oh,
was Peoria, Illinois, a good wrestling town in your day?
At one time, Peoria, Illinois was a once a month town for Vern Gagne's AWA. Anything Vern Gagne ran was really good. So Peoria, Indiana, and northern Illinois was a great wrestling town. In ICW, we would go up to Springfield, Champaign, Urbana, Decatur, and then we went all the way down to Paducah, Kentucky. So we had 4 TVs in Illinois, so we ran that Illinois quite often.
Saint says, yeah, speaking of great guests, why don't you get Hulk Hogan on? Okay.
Yeah, you haven't heard him. Nobody's seen or heard from him in 30 years, 40 years. He's not overexposed.
We could get him on to tell some of his current lies. That'd be all right.
Well, no, wait a minute now. He's just colorful. It's like when he tells a story, you know, if he has let's say he's got a 3-inch snabitz, he would just tell everybody that he had a 9-inch snabitz, and just, it's all a rib. Everything comes out of his mouth is a rib, and he just laughing all the way to the bank. And
you think he's just doing it on purpose?
Oh, hell yeah. He don't give a shit. He's just hey, it's my dad told me every day when he was going to school, he was walking in 3 miles in 6 feet of snow. I said, man, that's a lot, you know.
So you think that's what Hogan's doing?
I think that's what Hogan's doing. Dusty did the same thing. So what the hell, right?
Popcorn Classics in the house. What is the story behind Rip working Giant Baba's last singles match?
Well, that's how good I was. Excuse me. He chose me to work the last show. He worked as a single wrestler in Coriocan Hall. What's so funny about that? We had 3 shows. The last 3 days of the tour, we was in Coriocan Hall in Tokyo, and I was undefeated on the tour, so I'd never lost. Right then, all of a sudden, Joe Higuchi come in. He said, "Ripson, you work with I can't remember who it was with," and he said, so I gave him a finish. He goes, "No, you down." I said, "Down." I said, I said, "Wait a minute." I said, I'm working Baba last night. He says, oh, it don't matter. Tonight sold out. Tomorrow sold out. Baba-san sold out. You over. I said, I guess I am. So what the hell, right? So then I start on a losing streak. So what the hell, right?
Can't win them all, Rip.
I'd like to win one of them. We don't have any physical proof that I ever won a match, do I?
We just showed one on the thing, Mike Jackson.
Well, we can get rid of that.
I mean, you didn't even beat me.
I couldn't. You were too tough.
Well, I was in Muncie.
Yeah, and you were legit 6'5", probably 6'7" with the gimmick 3 pair of socks on.
I was pretty good in Muncie.
Yeah.
So
how dare you chop me hard?
I don't know how I got so good in the Muncie. I saw somebody post this picture.
Oh yeah.
And so this was basically Derby City.
There's specs.
Basically, Derby City Wrestling after OVW Wrestling, or besides OVW Wrestling.
This was the coolest class I ever fucking had. This one was. There's about 5 people that went on to WWE, TNA, what they call Impact.
Well, here's 2 of them.
Yeah,
you know these 2. So that is EC3 right there, and that's APOC, who was Victor in the Ascension.
And there's Feel the Effects of Specs.
Specs. There's Sweet Stevie, R.I.P.
Man Beast over there, and Karn.
Karn. The Effects of Specs. Yeah. But 2 of these, 2, 4, how many people are right there? 6. 2 of these 6 WWE bound. Pretty cool.
And Sweet Stevie invaded your bachelor party.
Yeah, he kissed me.
Oh,
and then he kissed me in a tag team match once too. He kissed me twice.
Did you like it?
Apparently, I liked it. I did it the second time.
Yeah, was there any bloodage down there by your?
Now there's Von Lilas. Now I did this thing to try to get rid of the what's it called?
I don't know.
The blurriness. So I think it overdid it on my eyes. I don't even think that looks like me in the eyes.
It looks like you.
And then maybe just a younger me. There's Pops with hair. So all you Ben Hameen marks out there, the sunglasses with hair, Ben Hameen, baby. There's the world's greatest women's trainer down at the bottom right, Damian Adams.
Damian Adams.
Now, who I can't figure out on the top
Mason
right.
Rage.
Is that Mason Rage?
Yeah.
So it just looks different on there. And there's the some allegedly a porn star, the Big Cat.
Yeah. Oh, Big Cat. He's over with me.
Los Locos, the Insurgency. Rudy Switchblade and Sergio.
Did you see Jason on there?
Jason Bates, the Mongolian. What was he called? The
waffle.
The waffler.
Yeah.
And then who's that guy? Do you know that guy? I don't know if you guys can see my cursor or not. The guy in the white tank top. You know
I'm looking. I remember, but I can't. You know how I'm a name, especially with how many years ago.
I don't know, but I saved the absolute best for last. I mean, I know Ben Hameen's up there, but I saved the absolute best for last.
Oh, and when you said that right there.
Check it out.
Oh, Alaskan Assassin.
No,
that's there. Alaskan Assassin.
I know,
right
but
there.
I'm talking about the best for last. Who's the best for last in this picture?
Albarone?
No.
Dewey?
No. Dewey's not in the picture. That's Hog Wild. Now, is that,
Hog
is
Wild
that BJ?
Yes.
Is it really? Opinion Haver.
No, that ain't him.
Yes, it
don't look like him.
That's Opinion Haver right there.
Well, he didn't have any facial hair there, and his hair, that hair there's too long.
It looks a little different because I did got rid of the blurriness, but that's Opinion Haver.
And Zeus, the Army of Two.
Zeus, the Army of Two. Yeah, that's the Army of Two right there.
Okay. All right. That was over with me. Who thought that Army of Two? Was that Zeus or the Opinion Haver? Did they start?
I don't know. Ask him.
Well, I can't.
Opinion Haver. Who started the Army of Two? Who got the Army of Two name? Weren't they originally were they always the Army of Two?
I can't remember. It could have been the Army of 12. I don't know.
Classic. Yeah, I'm in there too. He said, "Yeah, I know shit, man. I'm saving the best for last, man."
So, do you know who's always said when he was doing finishes in Puerto Rico, he'd always go, "And I saved the best for last." And that was Jose, the guy that killed Brody. And he would always say, and Rip Royer against blah, 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 blah. And he would always say, "I'm saving the best for last," which is a rib. But anyway,
it was.
Yeah.
He said the Tank Top Kid is premium. I don't remember premium.
Yeah, I remember the name. I remember the name because I called him I called him premium because it was like gas or something. Oh, I said he was on the gas and he was on the premium gas. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Premium.
That's what he said. Bobby Lopez might be new from Fresno, California. He said the hustler is over in Fresno.
Shit, I was in Fresno. I went out to. I'm trying to think of that lady. Her kid. I did a seminar.
Is her last name Lopez?
No. But anyway, I did a seminar
Bobby was your son
in Fresno years ago.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Frank's Pickle Barrel asks, Hogan will always be over with me. At least he isn't boring in interviews. That's, give you that. Sure. Rip, I know you worked in Portland, Oregon. Were you there at the same time as Greg Valentine?
I don't remember Greg Valentine ever being there. He probably was, but when I was there, no. And I was in there about the best time because there was Piper was there, Ed Wiskowski was there, Rick Martel was there. The Sheepherders, who were the Bushwhackers, was there. Of course, the great Playboy Buddy Rose was there. Dutch Savage was there. Adrian Adonis was there. Ron Starr was there. Johnny Mantell. It was Iceman King Parsons' first territory. So that's like a who's who of professional wrestling. So we had some good matches, great times. Never heard anybody say a bad word about the great Don Owens. Now his brother Elton, that's the one everybody said bad words about, but it was all rib and jest. That's when Adrian Adonis would put the cigar up his ass and put it back in the thing, and Elton would continue smoking. It smells like shit in here. Oh, what a place.
That's good. Rip, hello from San Luis Potoso, Mexico.
Mexico.
I'll be in Mexico, I think next week, maybe. Sometime. What are your experience like in Calgary working Benoit, Pillman, Blackman, and the Hearts? Now, I've never heard you mention Blackman. Was he there when you were there?
Yeah, Steve was. He was in there.
I've never heard you mention Blackman.
I never had a match with him. But he was one bad dude, I'll tell you that. And I think I had the greatest time I ever had in the wrestling business was working for Stu Hart. Because they had the trans was right there. Jerry Moore would pick me up every day at the hotel, which was like 3 blocks away from BJ's gym, who was married to the oldest Hart girl. So I'd train all day at BJ's, and that's little Teddy Hart, always in trouble. He was swinging from the chandeliers, and Harry Smith, he was a young kid there, about 4 years old. And he had hair down to here, and it was just it was awesome. Wrestling every day. And getting picked up with the van with Jerry Moreland when we go out running around doing whatever guys do at night. Didn't get in bed any better than that with the Calgary. Great memories.
He said, did you ever get to see the Calgary Stampede Rodeo?
No, hadn't. If it was there, I had no interest in it. Didn't give a shit about it.
So like a real rodeo?
Yeah. Yeah. That was like the Wild Wild West in Canada. Calgary was.
How long do you think you could stay on like a bull?
Probably 1 second at least.
At least.
Probably if I had my hand and was cement and put it on there, either pull my arm off, pull my hand off, or whatever.
So you don't think you could do like the 8 seconds?
No.
I'd love to see it. How about being a clown? Do you think you could be a clown in the?
Oh, hell no. I'd be scared to death of them things.
I look like
Opinion Hair says the Tank Top Kid's premium. Yeah, because
I just told you that.
I know, but I couldn't think of his real name.
Said, yeah, gas. I called him.
Yeah, but I couldn't think of. I didn't know Opinion Haver said it. I thought,
that's what. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I told you. 10 minutes ago.
Well, probably hell. You
remember? I'm leading it.
You know I can't.
You know I'm leading this chat. Here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
okay.
Right to you. And I said, hey, Opinion Haver said this.
Oh, didn't I say Piper was there?
Now you're going down to the bottom again. Yeah, you did.
Okay,
yeah.
Piper Martel.
Piper was there in Portland.
Yeah. Okay.
At that time, Rip. Yeah. Yep.
Of course, I come back in and had, and beat him, went into loser leave town, and he gave the goodbye speech, and I won anyway. So
Opinion Haver says he looks like Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't think you look nearly as hot and handsome as Jimmy Garoppolo there, Opinion Haver.
I don't know. Opinion Haver, he's pretty hot, but I'd rather have Jimmy Garoppolo's wallet.
I'd rather have his wallet. I'd rather have his snavets. I'd rather have his everything else.
How would you know what his snavets
Look at
is?
Garoppolo and look at Opinion Haver. Come on. Army of Two was a collab effort between Zeus and me. Well, one of you's got to come up with Army of Two. You don't just say it at the same time.
Well, you could say,
let's think about this.
You could say Army of Three, but
I think we should call us the Army. And then the other guy says, I think you should say of Two. Is that how you collaborated on it? I mean,
yeah, but if it was a Mexican, if they was a Spanish speaking luchador, he could have said, is the Army of Dos.
Could have, but I think one person came up with it.
Okay.
I don't think you both came up with Army of Two at the same time somehow. Mrs. C. Do you know who Mrs. C is, Rip?
I was going to think it was Mrs. Cornett, but I don't know who it is.
Could
Mrs.
be.
C.
She put hearts in there a couple different times.
Oh, okay. Might be Stacy Cornett. I don't know.
Mrs. C in the house. Opinion, Rip beat me too. A premium was gas. All right. Cool. Noah Coons in the house. Howdy. John Tucker in green. Like these people in green. So
oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but some of you show up in green. If you show up in green, that means that you're a member of the show. So that's pretty cool. You support the show every single month. You do get some perks. I don't give as many as I probably should, but I just put out, Rip, I put out the whole Carrie Silken interview. And I don't know if I guess you probably didn't see it. Remember when we were doing those outros and I was trying to get you to do the 10-second thing?
Yeah.
Like that. I
like I was happy to have.
I let the members see our whole 6-minute
holy moly
uncut. I let the members see me and you.
Holy, was we cussing?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, half the time we just sat here, literally just sat here, and then you would start, and then I would shake my head, and then we'd try it again.
Okay.
John Tucker and Green, EC3's promotion and the NWA just signed some kind of territory system revival. Have you heard of that? Not at all. I have not.
Well, sorry, it ain't going to work, boys. Just say it's just like everything I said about Tony Khan and AEW is happening. If you're no good, you're no good. If you don't have the experience, you can't run nothing. Of course, if dad's a multi-billionaire, it's okay. But eventually you're going to get tired of doing that shit because it's rotten.
What was that Tony just came out with? First time ever, like 2 streaks were broken. Said something about, because I guess Cena and Undertaker made appearances on NXT this week. And I think they had under 1 million views. I thought I saw somewhere it was over 1 million, but Tony's tweet was.
No, they went head to head. It was 900 and some thousand.
Oh, it was 900,000
to 600 and some thousand. But here's the thing.
So then Tony's like, oh, they were under 1 million. That was his big comeback.
Yeah. His didn't draw. And then you got, okay, you can see the Undertaker on TV for 20 goddamn straight years. Yeah. And John Cena, same thing. They ain't gonna, what the hell? You can see him every goddamn week. It ain't like it's a big deal. The good thing about AEW is he's given a lot of people chances, like Edge and Christian working there. Now they're going to get a chance after they done their duty at WWE and they got rich and they were in the middle. Now they're going to get a chance to be on top and maybe have some say, since Tony ain't going to tell them what to say. He ain't got enough balls to do that. But see what happens with that. So a lot of guys are getting chances to work on top, which is good.
Yep. William Lynn, did Rip ever have an opportunity to work regularly in the Vince McMahon WWF? In my opinion, Rip is the best, most entertaining wrestler not to do so. Well, if you're going to say not to do so, then I guess he's asking if he had the opportunity to, I guess.
Oh, I just come in and work some shows for him, but I never called them to ask for a job. No, I didn't. Was I probably one of the best ever? Yes. Well, excuse me, I was.
I love it.
And the guys know, how many guys can teach guys off the street how to work an hour, 2 hours, if need be, and to be overqualified for everything you're going to get thrown at. And when you get up there with the stars, you're going to realize fundamentals, you know, more than the goddamn stars do. Excuse me.
Yeah. Rip, what was your favorite venue to wrestle in?
I didn't really have it. No, it was all the same to me. It was just a ring. It's just a ring, and there's your fans, and play with it and have a good time. Get in, get out, don't get hurt. If that was from your whole town, let me put him over. Let him be a star in front of his parents, his wife, 8 girlfriends, and whatever. Right?
After you beat the shit out of him first.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna sell. And because then all of a sudden it's like the home team being behind 10 points in the last quarter, and they come back and win at the fucking buzzer, and everybody's happier and shit.
BSK, Buckshot Kid, Rip, I'm sure you've been on a bull longer than a second. You've done some fat chicks before.
I never done a fat chick.
Oh.
No.
Never?
No, never.
Come on.
No, but it's something that's on my bucket list. I haven't got No, you should experience stuff. Maybe I've missed something my whole life, right?
Why have you never tried it yet?
Well, I
you
mean,
think you're going to start getting them at 70? I mean, I guess.
Hey, I'm only 69 right now.
This would be the good time to start it.
Hey, good time, yeah. And they probably, they probably get three jobs, and I can just milk them for their money.
Yeah,
I can be
you
the
used
toy
to tell
boy.
people all the time in OVW, just find you a fat chick and make
Yeah.
them pay for everything. Why haven't you done that yet?
You'd have to do that. I don't know.
See, you never practice.
I
what
guess
you preach.
not. You're right.
Never practice
You're right.
what you preach.
Guilty as charged.
Never.
Okay.
Ever. Okay, fine. I was trying to be humble. I thought of the name Opinion Haver said.
What's that?
The Army of Two. It was all him. He was trying to be humble and give Zeus some credit, but really it was all him, baby.
Okay.
Saint says, what are your memories of CWA, working Fit Finley, Steve Regal in Germany, and who are the stiffest workers you ever worked with? Whew.
Well, Fit was up to that time. I come back and I said, Ole Anderson. I said, Ole, this guy Fit Finley in Germany, I think he's the best heel I've ever seen in my life. Not with television, because we just did the house shows there and everything. He goes, huh? Well, how tall is he? How tall is he? I said, hell, I don't know. I really didn't pay any attention to it. I just knew I was mesmerized when I was watching him and in the ring with him. And is just fucking awesome. And Ole just went, ah. So, but Fitz, and then what happened? Then with Regal, I got Regal a job working for WCW, and then he got Fit in, got Dave Taylor in. I was trying to get Tony St. Clair in too, but I guess they had their quantity or whatever of. And then they was looking at the age factor too and everything there, because Tony had been around when I met him. But a lot of great wrestlers in CWA. Had some great matches, got to work the round system, which was a completely different psychology than the American thing. And it was fun working for Otto. When we was in Austria and in Germany. Then when I was over there, I went and stayed with Regal in Blackpool, England, and we worked the shows there for a couple of weeks while we were off. Then it was back home for Christmas.
Also, we just got a couple super chats in, Rip.
Oh,
Brian Colsty, who is also in green and super chat, so he's double dipping on us.
He's double dip. Well, could it be the first one ever to triple dip?
Well, I don't know how they do that. Thanks, Rip and Vaughn. It's good to be able to laugh and hear all the great stories. I appreciate you. We appreciate you, Brian.
All right,
keeping this
hell yeah
ship afloat. Rip can have some Taco Bell today.
No, Taco Bell.
That's what I said.
No, they took away their $5 special.
Oh shit.
Everybody was buying that. You could get all three, like a bean burrito. They had three like major things. Then you had the Crispies and the drink, and then they wouldn't even buy the other shit. They just wanted the $5 box. Now they make you to buy the $8.95 thing. So excuse me, fuck them. I ain't been back since.
Jacob Schnurr. Hey, we got another super chat in here.
All right.
So before we get to this question, another super chat, that just reminds me. I put this up when HollyHood Haley J joins the show here. It's going to be a super chat. If you're green, we might get you to question if we don't have a lot of stuff coming in. It'll definitely be a members only question, super chat question. Hope you guys ask some questions, because like always, I didn't do any homework, and I'm sure Rip.
Hey, I was up all night doing homework, I think.
Well, let's go to Jacob. Says, from the Cena class became a bigger star than you thought they would be based on the time in OVW. So with that group, I guess he's saying, is there anybody that was bigger maybe than you thought? Now, this is a paid question, Rip, so you got to try to kind of think of an answer, even if from the became a bigger star than you thought they would based on the time in OVW. So anybody go out and have a little more success than maybe you saw when you had it?
No, because they were all the chosen few. They were all given scholars. They were all paid big money to learn, which meant you were going to be a star, or you was going to have to really fuck up for them to get rid of you, because these are the ones, the chosen few, the greatest so-called athletes, physical presence guys that they could see them being main event. And but if you was the shits, you was the shits. You'd cut your own self.
Yeah, that'd be the question, which you probably won't answer, but it'd be the other, like which one of them didn't make it that you thought maybe would, or did they really miss on? I mean, I thought kind of at the time, I remember, because he was one of the first ones I saw, I think, was Waterman. Remember H2O Waterman?
Oh yeah, I like Ron Waterman.
He was going to be a
Yeah.
You know, I thought he was kind of a can't miss at the time when he came to OVW, but maybe that's just because he was one of the first, maybe. But I don't think he ever got called up. He's the one that kind of sticks out in my mind personally that
the thing about it is
that I thought would
it
make it.
At that time, if Vince liked you, if he had a vision for you, you were in.
Yeah.
And if it was his idea for a character, you knew he was going to shove it down your throat. You know he's going to shove the character that he presented down the audience's throat, and he was going to make sure that you made it. So if you was just like a normal guy, like the 70 people that come in and became WWE, TNA superstars, etc., like the Serenas, like the Mike Mondos, like the Johnny Jeters, like the Santino Morellas and stuff like that, when they got in there, they started in the beginners class, and then they took them by surprise and became stars. But the chosen few, the one like the Brocks, the Sheltons, the Cenas, the Bautistas, the Randy Ortons. Well, I knew Randy was going to make it right away.
Yeah.
Because he had too much Orton blood in him. And he had already been AWOL from the service and went to prison for a little. I went to jail for
that
a little bit. Well, he just laughed. So he was already, you couldn't phase him. You knew he was not going to get nervous. Well, these other guys, it was a big deal to go and all of a sudden, and held Randy been hanging around and being in the dressing rooms his whole lives. You know he was going to make it. But those were the chosen few, and you knew they were going to make it.
All right. I don't think we've shown this on here. I had something I wanted to play for you here, Rip.
That's the coach in the arm wrestling contest. And there's Dr. Tom. Dr. Tom's, my arm's bigger than him. I'm stronger. This is in Muncie, Indiana. Look, I'm not even paying any really attention because I'm so good. I'm so strong. You know, I would do them 70-pound concentrated dumbbell curl. There's that guy with the hat on backwards. You know who that is? I think he's pulling my hair. Yeah, he did.
Took the big bump.
No, he pulled my hair.
Wow.
Hey,
you lost again arm wrestling this time.
Well, no matter what you put on there.
A local football coach even beat you.
Yeah, but I'd been up late the night before. My son had been sick. I had to go to the drugstore late at night, get him some medicine. I forgot to eat that day. I was having trouble with my prostate, and my hemorrhoid was hurting that night. So it was just a bad night overall.
I mean, you had him. Like, he was almost all the way down. Like, he was this far down.
Well, I was distracted, though.
And then he just started making...
You know, we was talking about big girls a while ago. There was some girl, and you ought to have seen her. She was looking me right in the eye. She looked left. She looked right. And all of a sudden, she went... Whee! Like that, and then things hit the ground, and I was like stunned, and then all of a sudden he gave that extra effort, and he broke my attention.
You think it was the crowd? I mean, the kids all came running down to the ring, pounding on the ring. The coach started. I mean,
I think it was
basically hawked up at that time.
I think he might have been saying, he might have been sort of playing with me.
John,
that he could have beat me at any time. I'm thinking he could have beat me at any time, but he's just wanting to give it a good show.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what he said as he beat you at arm wrestling, I think.
Well, he probably did. He was an urchin, whatever that definition for that is.
Oh, look, we got something else in green here, Rip. Jacob again, man. Jacob, you're the man. Jacob Schnur. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. Follow up. What went wrong with Rico? Always a good character, good work rate, and what held him back? I mean, I'll talk first. I know he's not asking me this question, but anytime you get on TV and have however long a run that he had, I don't remember how long he was on WWE TV. I don't think that, I mean, I don't know that you can say what necessarily went wrong with you. I mean,
he was
already old.
Yeah.
Compared to all those other people at that time.
He was legit. He had a knee injury.
That's true. I forgot.
But the thing about it is they can get a hard on you for you stayed out too late. You didn't do this. You forgot to do that.
I don't think that stuff happened with Rico. Probably.
Rico was.
I think he was good. I think they just once you gave him that gimmick, there was really, I mean, that was it. Like that was the gimmick that was gonna go, and I don't really see.
Well, he got it.
Not gonna lie.
The thing about it is,
see how long he was there. Anybody know how long he was there? Somebody look at that shit.
The thing about it is, he made the major leagues.
That's what I'm saying. That's what.
And wait a minute. Oh, he was only there for a year and 6 months. No, he was in the big time. He's like playing for the Yankees. He made it. Nobody give him a chance. He made it. He was not a big guy. He made it. He was hanging with everybody. He was a nice guy. He did everything he was supposed to do. He made it. It's not, oh, he was there 22 years. No, he made it.
Yeah, and he was older at the time.
Yes.
And that was the time when they were hiring. I mean, everybody was pretty damn big at that time. He didn't have the size that they all had. But yeah, he was a good character, good work rate. I agree with all that stuff. We're not saying it's a bad question, Jacob, but he did make it. And once you go to that character, you're just probably not going to be there forever. And I really don't know why they ever got rid of him. I don't know what the reason was. Do you?
No, I have no idea.
I have no idea why they got rid of him. So
most of the
stuff, a good question, though.
Most of the stuff is when shit would happen. I didn't want to know the reasons because a lot of time it could be somebody else's above. It's just their opinion or their ego, and they were related to somebody anyway.
Well, that's what his follow-up question was. He wasn't used capacity most thought he should. True, but that's like Rip always says. If you get one person, Vince. If Vince says, "Hey, I don't really care." He doesn't care what everybody else says most of the time. If he thinks it's time to get rid of Rico, then Rico's gone.
Right.
I mean, it's really, especially back then, it came down to one person.
They fired Rob Conway live, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Rob fired me live.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And it turned out to be like real.
Yeah. So what the fuck?
But thank you for the support, Jacob. We appreciate the question in the super chat here. I'll get to it, Rip. I'll get to it. We're not.
Okay, I thought it was.
Not in a hurry here. It's not even in green. No green and no double green.
Okay.
Speaking of that OVW class and Rico, did Nick Dinsmore get the short end of the stick with his gimmick too? Saint, I'll speak again here. You probably don't want to hear me talk, but I'm going to talk anyway. Go back and look through our video catalog. There's a clip I did of Nick Dinsmore actually answering this exact question that we asked him, and his answer is no. He said that he was never going to make it in WWE with Nick Dinsmore being the greatest technical wrestler or whatever you want to call it. And it took a gimmick to get him there. And he had how many year run? 7, 8, 6,
I can't remember
5?
how long it was, but he had a nice run and he self-destructed himself.
Yeah, and he'd be
which most would say, yeah, but how do you go from a developmental thing, wrestling in Jeffersonville, Indiana, Louisville, small house shows, to the big time?
Well,
it's like going from double-A base or single-A baseball to rookie leagues to all of a sudden you're brought up to the major leagues.
It's been done. I mean,
right,
did it. So,
but the thing about it was Nick wasn't going to get a job. They had no interest in him as Nick Dinsmore, no matter how good he was. Yep. And Nick Dinsmore was so good of a technical wrestler. In my class, he always led the class.
He ran everything.
He ran everything.
Rip really didn't train anyone.
No, I didn't train people.
Nick did.
I said, Nick, do this, and this, and he would do it. Because my crippled ass couldn't even get in the ring. Nick was just great, but he wasn't going to get a job. And I said, Nick, I got this thing about the Eugene character. And it wasn't called Eugene because they named him Eugene or whatever. I said, now you want to try this. It might work, but it looks to me like you're not getting a job anyway. So if you work and you make it, you do. And if not, you don't. But he wanted to try it and it worked. And he had things with Vince, with The Rock, all the top stars. He was in there.
Oh, Triple H. He main evented against Triple H.
Right. Now, the problem was in the wrestling business or in any business, all of a sudden you went from here and now all of a sudden you're featured on the big time shows with the major stars. So all of a sudden there's people jealous of you.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, no.
Say it every time.
I do say it because I know.
He says it's his fault.
Now, wait a minute. Okay.
But aren't they jealous of Cena and Orton and the other people that did make it and lasted 20 years? I mean, surely people are jealous of them too.
No. they're accepted. You got to go through that acceptance thing first. No,
I'm just going to disagree with you.
Okay. That's okay. You're allowed to
why,
do that.
I know, but why would they not accept Nick? I don't think Nick was as big as threat as like Cena and Orton taking.
No, all I'm saying is there's guys that they might have been in WWE for 10 years and never get a shot to do anything like he did.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, here's this guy that's playing this character, and it was let's say it was Nick's idea of how to do it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, people are mad because he's getting the hobnob with The Rock. He's getting the hob with Vince and Austin and the other stars. He got this major lines in. Now, it's like I told him before, when you go up, there's going to be people to get you. And then you have situations with alcohol and drugs, because all of a sudden you go from Jeffersonville and Louisville, Kentucky, all of a sudden you're in the big time, and every girl's they're wanting to lay you, people wanting to buy you stuff, people are wanting to give you pills, wanting to give you alcohol, wanting to give whatever, and you're in the prime of life, you're just trying to fit in and whatever, and you make mistakes because you don't have enough experience to say no. And that's what happened. And then he got a chance to come back, but when he come back, all of a sudden, he didn't keep up with his diet and training, and he was sort of out of shape. Yeah. But then again, they still thought enough of him.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
He gave him the job. Remember, he was
that thing with the Miz. Or
yeah, and he was the coach at the Performance Center, right?
Yeah.
So he got in there with the big time. And then he came back, and then so compared to the normal wrestlers in the world, he had a great career. He did it. No matter what, that son of a bitch is on the stage.
I agree with you on that. I'd never say that Nick Dinsmore, like Eugene, ruined him. I think Eugene made what he had. Like that was it. Like he was, I don't know. We've talked about it a million times. All right. So hopefully she shows up here in a few minutes. Haley J should be joining us. Again, it's going to be mostly the super chat gimmick there. Let's see if we got any more questions in the chat. Thanks for the deal there, Jacob. Hope we didn't upset anybody too, man. All right. Speaking of, we did that one already. Dick Dinsmore, Undertaker versus Rip Rogers would have been a nice match in the early 90s.
Oh, it would have been horrible. This guy's 6'8", legit in his socks. And I was, after I'd shrunk down, was probably 5'9.5". And I weighed probably 212 pounds. So it'd be thinking like Mike Tyson against a welterweight. Who's going to win? See, that's like when they say, oh, the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. I think it was just horrible. Here's Shawn Michaels looking like he weighs 180, and here's the Undertaker weighing basically 280. And it's just what abomination, is that a word? It's just horrible.
I always thought that was kind of wild when you would see some guys that were, let's just say, Shawn Michaels size, just get totally squashed and dominated in 1 or 2 minutes, but then he comes out the same, as whoever else. And all of a sudden I guess he's tougher, Rip.
Well, this is okay. Now
he's tougher.
This is just my opinion. If Shawn would have been wrestling the best guy as comparable size, like any sport of MMA, boxing, or amateur wrestling, etc., that's one thing. But we're giving them the giant against the normal size guy, but the littler guy. I mean, it's just horrible. It could look like the Undertaker. Hell, he could finish any big major star that was as big or bigger than him, but he's pulling all this time with this little midget. Not a midget, but you know what I mean, to a normal size guy.
Yeah.
So
it was Shawn Michaels, man. I mean, there was whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever it was Shawn Michaels. What's weird is back in the day at Crossroads Gym. Now, Steel Man, Rob Morgan, Rod Steele, R.I.P.
Looked big, didn't he?
Back in the day, though, he looked big to me. Now, before he passed away, he was even way bigger than he was even. And
you saw him with the Undertaker,
and he looked tiny.
That's right,
and skinny.
That's how huge the Undertaker was.
And then you throw in a guy like Lucky Sandlin, who even looked put together. Like I remember in high school, man, back in the library parking lot.
Lucky was jacked.
And then you get him on WCW though.
He looked small.
I was like, Jesus, this is the guy that everybody's scared of. And
right.
getting his ass kicked on national TV. It was
Yeah,
awesome,
these major stars, they're just unbelievable athletes, and you're going, damn.
But then some people, I mean, like, I don't know, like Michaels, I guess, kind of could make it work. Now, not in your eyes, but I think in everybody else's eyes, that's pretty much made it
the
work.
problem now we're catering to wrestling fans and kids, so it really doesn't matter.
Yep.
I'm not a kid, that's for damn sure. And I'm a wrestling fan, but I've got too much knowledge. And once you have too much knowledge, is like Bobby Knight saying, if you remember who Bobby Knight is, like the coach at IU, you thought you had a great game, and he starts talking about how many bad passes you had, how many times you didn't help out on defense. You should have done this, you should have done that. You didn't take any charges. What are you out there for?
That's right.
But you thought you had a good game, and he just completely buries you.
True. Yeah.
And so it's all in the head.
All right, Ripper, we got a guest in the waiting room right now. It's 1 o'clock, man. She's right on time. Perfect. If we can get her added here. The star of Netflix, the star of OVW, the star of Wrestlers. I always want to say HollyHood, but I won't. I'll say HollyHood.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome to Wrestling with Rip Rogers. Oh, I got to change. She just left.
Where'd she go?
There
she is.
There.
Don't kick me out of here just yet. I haven't done
Yeah, you haven't hardly been here at all. I got to get. Hold on now. I got to. I'm
special music or what?
Well, we could have done the special music. I'm also the producer, the
director, and you get my coffee.
Get it, Rip's coffee.
Dr.
Hold on,
Pepper.
I got to get the new.
I didn't get any chips today.
Oh, that's Nick Wayne's mom. We don't want that. We're gonna. Hey, look at that.
Oh, I got a
HollyHood,
graphic.
Haley
Okay.
J.
How about that?
HollyHood J.
HollyHood.
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 She's from the hood, baby. She's
I
from
thought,
the hood.
well, a lot of times on our things, stuff spelled wrong. I didn't want to say any things, but so I just thought it was Hollywood.
Actually spelled right. This
HollyHood Haley J. Where are you from?
DeVille, Louisville, Kentucky.
I gonna say she HollyHood, so she Louisville. Where'd you go to high school at, hun?
I went to Frankfurt Independent.
The what?
I went to Frankfurt High Independent in Frankfurt. I went to high school in Frankfurt.
Oh, okay. Good old Frankfurt High, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Is that around Louisville?
It's like 45 minutes away.
It's between
it's Frankfurt,
Louisville. Frankfurt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to wrestle in Frankfurt the first Wednesday of every month at the Capitol Plaza Sports Center there. It's probably torn down now, but
it is torn down now.
This is before your mother was born, HollyHood.
You remember my mom. You don't remember the first time meeting me?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell, I can't remember where I was at yesterday. Get real. I got dementia.
Oh my gosh. It was great. He met my mother. We seen him during COVID in Jeffersonville, Indiana. He came and he said, "Hey Maria, who's this whore?" And mom was like, "Well, that's my daughter, Rip." And I was like,
"Oh, okay.
All right."
Yeah. but you do have a clue who your father is, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
So God damn.
Well, she opened, I was going to be nice and act like a virgin and everything else. And then HollyHood, she's a hood rat, right?
We know who you are. Yeah, exactly.
She over with me already.
So wait, where did you meet? Where was this at?
At the arena in Jeffersonville, Indiana. I don't remember what show. I don't think it was an OVW show, but he popped up with Randy.
Oh, Turbo and Floyd.
Mm-hmm. He popped up with him, and I don't know why you guys were there, but y'all were there.
Was Danny Cage there that night?
Danny Cage
from Monster Factory.
I don't know. I don't remember. It was forever ago. It's been like almost 4 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I have shady. Yeah, I just think about. Well, that's
so. Then he said that's your mom. He asked who you were.
He sure did, because I walked up with mom because I'm excited. I'm like, "Oh, I'm finna meet Rip Rogers, right?" And then as soon as I walk, he's like, "Hey, Maria, who's this whore?" I'm like,
"Yeah."
Nice
now, how old was you then? 12? Was you
12? Shut up! No.
She's 13 now. Get real.
Yeah, no, I was
She said a birthday,
20?
I think.
Huh?
20. She was 20.
20. God.
Hey, happy birthday! I think I saw somewhere you just had a birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I just had a birthday. I'm 24 now.
And you can send presents to what address or whatever, blah blah blah. Send money and etc.
Yeah, you can send. My Cash App is HollyHood HJ.
Yeah, okay. I mean, plug all your shit there.
There you go.
And this is for belated birthdays, Christmas coming up, last year's birthday that you missed, or next year's birthday that you could do it early.
That's right.
All that
I like
stuff.
him. He can be my new manager. Rip, come manage me.
I'd forget everything anyway.
If he could walk, he would.
If I could walk, I would. If I fall down, you got to help me up.
That'd be
I'll do
great.
it.
Going to the ring, rips down. She's got to come over and help him back up. That would
Now,
be awesome.
now, Holly, I used to. I'm not saying that you put any bleach in your hair or anything, but I used to. But now that I got older, I'll be 70 in February 7th. I got the Donald Trump look of my hair actually comes out white. You don't have to bleach it anymore.
Just
Yeah, that's
natural.
what I'm going for is the white. It looks good.
But then when your hair gets wet, it looks like you got like 8 hairs.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, so that's sort of a no-no. But what the hell, right?
Yeah,
You know.
no, my hair's natural. How dare you assume that I need to
Yeah.
re-dye my
No,
hair?
I know what you're. No, I you took that magic marker and you put it in there. Because you're a heel, you want fans to yell at you and call
Exactly.
you. Who's that some bitch and who is that? That HollyHood Haley J? That some
Exactly.
bitch. I hate her.
I heard.
I hate that bitch. That's sort of like Louisville talking or Southern Indiana.
It is. They like me down here now. I'm a big
Oh,
baby face. They love
Her
me.
babyface? Oh, okay.
Mm.
Now,
That sucks.
go,
Well, you
go
gotta
talk,
turn out
go
as a
talk to
heel.
Al and tell
You
him
gotta
to
turn out as-
stop this.
You got to be
Boo.
heel.
Hey, where
I
did your mom
agree.
start training? Where'd she start at?
Who?
Was your mom ever in OVW? Besides,
Yeah, I don't think she trained there. She wrestled. She was the champ there too. She
Any idea
started
what-
training in the bum. Oh, sorry. Can I cuss on this show? Rick
Yeah,
Rogers is on
yeah,
here.
you can
Okay.
say. Yeah.
You bitch, you can't. Don't you dare cuss motherfucking
Just-
word
Yeah,
word
exactly.
on
No.
here.
Just not every other word, and no, we are live on YouTube, so we're trying to stay on here. So no,
Okay, gotcha. Well,
Nothing-
it's some bum F.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can say that bum fuck Egypt. or
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah,
wanna say.
exactly. There in the middle of nowhere up until she found Tracy and went on the road with him. But
Tracy Smothers.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
She was
Tracy
with,
was the fucking
was she with
greatest.
oh my God,
Jessie Bell or whatever? Was she with her?
is she with who?
Was she with Jessie Bell or Jessie Bell?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes.
That's where I know her from. All right.
Fucking Tracy was the fucking best.
Tracy was awesome. I just watched the Tracy riot at IWA. He double
Uh-huh.
throat punched people. It was great.
If he had double throat punched me, I'd have been out for 6 months.
That's the finish.
Yeah.
That's retirement.
Okay.
That was awesome, man. That's awesome. I don't know where we go from here.
All right.
Well, I got a lot of questions, but they could be personal. Like, do you have a man? Do you have any inclinations of being with a nearly 70-year-old man that's not well endowed, but it is extra sort of thick and has got a nice vein, but
It also cannot send you any cash out money.
yes, no cash out money. As a matter of fact, I'll be having HollyHood Haley she be getting 3 jobs to take care of her man.
Yeah, no, you can't say my name right. So you have no chance over here.
Oh, shit.
Are you sure you know what you got yourself into when you came on this show today?
You're all right. Yeah, I got it. I'm telling you, his first words to me were, "Who is this whore?" So I
Yeah.
think I knew.
Oh,
I haven't showed this in like 2 or 3 weeks, and since we brought him up already, I gotta play it on here and see if she recognizes. That was Turbo and Floyd getting chopped by me.
he just
So
wanted to put himself
I had
over.
to put myself
He had to
over
put
again.
himself over. He
You
was
chopped
chopping.
him.
He was chopping Turbo and Floyd, and then you're just trying to g her up so that she'll like you because you're 6'6" and you're making fun of me because I'm old and decrepit.
I'm old too, so. Hey, where did you train originally? Did you go to I think it was the where did you train?
I
watched-
trained with
I
Reverend.
watched
Michael.
every episode of the Netflix thing, but I'm not going to remember it all, and I'm sure not everybody on here has watched every episode either. So I'm going to ask some questions that maybe is already out there. But where'd you start training?
I originally started training with Reverend Ronnie Roberts, and I kind of just floated. He was training in Paris, Kentucky, and then he moved to Jeffersonville, Indiana, and started Grindhouse. So I trained there and then went to OVW.
How long ago was that? Like, when did you start at OVW?
I started at OVW in 2021.
So was it just Al, or was the other guy there at the time, the
It
new
was
owner?
just Al. There was no payments or anything being made, and I was happy to be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So then, what was that like on the transition then, with the like the ownership or new ownership or all that transition? How was that for you guys that had been there for a little bit?
Well, I mean, I guess I had only been there for maybe 6 months or a year before Matt got there. I don't remember, but I was there for a little bit before he got there. And I feel like I was excited because he came in and was like, we're going to pay you. And I'm like, I'll take a payday, you know? And also, it was different and difficult because when he did actually get here, you know, he didn't know any of us. And the first thing he said to me was we had to have a little meeting, and something happened on the internet. You know, the internet's not a fan of Haley J. But he was like, yeah, you need to change your name. You can't say ghetto. Like, you're very racist. All of your, you know, you need to change everything about you. You can't say Reverend Ronnie Roberts, the man that trained me. He basically raised me, and I call him my dad. He told me I couldn't say that was my dad because that was racist. So here I am. Oh, and he wouldn't allow my mother or anyone in this meeting, right? So I'm just sitting here like taking it all in. Okay. And then after the meeting, I go out and I like let mom have it. I'm like, what the actual fuck? Who is this guy? Like, how is he going to tell me that I can't say this, or like I don't sound like this, or I'm not, you know, I'm not hood because I'm a white girl? And I'm like, who the fuck? I don't care about any of that. You sound like the racist one. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that was my issue with Matt, was that he came in and tried to change me, and then he want to come in and act like he knows what's going on, or, you know, tell me that I have to be here for this date when y'all don't pay me nearly enough for that, you know, to miss other bookings. So it was good and bad.
It sounds like a great transition.
Yeah.
So where you live? So HollyHood, where you live at? So do you live in Paris or
Now
Lexington,
I live in the
Louisville?
west
Yeah.
end of Louisville.
Okay. So you solid, yeah, you solid hood bitch now. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's ghetto.
It's great.
Ghetto.
Greatest ever. Hell yeah.
Did you get any fights in high school?
Oh, I got in plenty of fights in high school. Plenty.
Oh, I
we
can
had
tell you.
street brawls in high school. That was fun, man.
We got a little super chat. Or no, let's see. John Tucker Green. Haley, so who is on your bucket list to wrestle? So we will have a few fan questions come through here if they show up in green here. So if you don't mind answering some of these, it'd be awesome.
Yeah,
who's on your bucket list to wrestle?
My number one that I want to wrestle is Charlotte Flair. I'm manifesting this as we speak. I think that she's second generation. I'm second generation. She's a superstar. I think I'm a superstar. So it'll just be great storytelling. Yeah. And then also anyone who knows how to wrestle. Look, I haven't been on the indies in a while and, you know, been moving and grooving. So I don't even know who's on top of the indies right now, but I'll take your best, your favorite. I'll take whoever. Yeah. I want to wrestle whoever's on the top, whoever's the best.
So I got a question, because you do, you know, you got confidence. Let's just call it that. You
say you're cocky.
You're talking to Charlotte Flair right here on Wrestling with Rip Rogers.
I
Since
am.
the whole Netflix thing came out and all that kind of stuff, do you feel more pressure when you get in the ring? Like, you got to really take up your game. You got to perform better. You got to wrestle better. You got to do whatever better. Or you just think that I'm always good, so none of that shit matters?
More of my look is what I'm worried about now that the Netflix thing came out. I think that it's time to really focus on, you know, getting my body right and getting the look. But the in-ring stuff, I think it just comes naturally. When I go through the curtain, it's like a light switch. So the personality comes out. You know, everyone can always get better on their in-ring work. So that just takes training and reps. But I don't think about anything when I get in the ring. I'm thinking about trying to get abs and shit. Yeah.
You're in your 20s, baby. Prime of life.
I know. I better get at it, right?
This is the time to do it.
Exactly. No
Now,
excuses.
when at the age you're at, if you just eat clean, you'll look great.
Yeah.
But if you eat clean and train, you're going to be Jade Cargill, what you're going to be looking like.
That's what I'm going for.
So bust ass. I was going to say bust balls, but I couldn't say that, or shouldn't say that. Or you know what I'm talking about.
Say that.
Do your best, because you only go through life one time.
Yeah.
Give it your best shot. You can't control whether a big company gets you or not. Just be a cocky bitch. Tell everybody to kiss your motherfucking ass. Be the girl that you can turn that audience on where they can hate you, or you can turn them right around and they can love you because you're the controller of emotions. and take that Cash App, whatever your coat or whatever the thing is, and put that on your tights or your ring jacket or whatever, so that everybody can just send you mo money. That's all
Mo
you need
money.
is mo money.
Okay, okay. You're putting me up on some game here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Prime of life. That's what he's told me for I don't know.
How many
I'll
years?
be 50 this month, and he's been
Prime of
telling
life,
me that
baby.
for about 30 years. I'm in.
Happy early birthday. Plug your Cash App.
Oh yeah, Cash App. Nobody's gonna give me any money. Maybe a super chat on here or something. But yeah, man. Just speaking from my experience, you are only young once. It's time to, I'm sure you're already doing it, but balls to the wall. No regrets would be my advice as well. So you already said you turned babyface. We talked about you want everybody to hate you and then everybody could love you. Or Rip was just saying that. Is that how did the Netflix thing flip you, or did you already? Is that what happened?
Yes and no. The story that we told in the Netflix with me and my mom was originally what flipped me, but I think the Netflix actually coming out turned me into ultimate babyface because I told my story on there. People got to see the real me, and that people liked me. It's hard to, be like, oh, I hate her when I was on the struggle bus. So, yeah, it was Al's plan, but the Netflix thing gave me the ultimate push, man. And I love everyone. I say I don't have fans, I have family, but I like being the bad guy. I don't know. I just, What
do you think of that, Rip? Surely you can attest to that, right?
Well, I started out as a baby face because I was a shits. Wasn't even trained. Bullshit my way in. And then
that's 90% of it.
Right. And then I learned. And once this shit, we make it so hard, but really it's simplicity. Just sell each other. Moves don't mean shit.
Yeah.
You go out there with a character, some raw emotion, know how to talk that shit, have that body language out there. You can be the biggest star. It don't matter if you know 3 moves or whatever. You know how to control that goddamn
exactly.
audience. The number of false finishes, fuck you. You can lose every night and people can hate your motherfucking ass. If they love you, that's great. If they hate you, that's great. If you're just there, but they have to do their 92 high spots and 22 false finish and say, oh my God, he kicked out. Fuck you. I ain't going to do none of that shit. Go, what everybody else is doing, you do something different and they will remember you because everybody else is copycat goddamn fucking workers.
See, I agree with that, but I want to ask you because you're young and in the business and we're not. So what is it like at that time? Like, do you feel you can, excuse me that I have not seen like, a lot of your matches. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. You're a HollyHood Haley J fan now. You can say it.
I am, yes. But do you work differently, wrestle differently than most people today? Or are you?
I think yes. As a heel, I definitely I take my time in the ring. I run the shit as a heel. And it's a lot of personality. I talk the whole time. As a baby face, I know that I'm supposed to do the same things. I'm still me, so it's supposed to transition as baby face. But I hear, oh, I'm a baby face, and I think, and I start switching up. But I'm starting to figure out that as long as I can still do all the things I did as a heel, soccer rocks, everything, as long as it's put in the right spots and has a reason behind it. So I think I wrestle different than everyone, yes, because I probably have 3 moves and I talk a lot of shit. Whole lot of personality. Anytime anyone wrestles me, they're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to have a moment, nice push, talk some shit. Like, that's so much easier for me than trying to remember all these spots because I don't know. I feel like I have dementia, Rip. It's okay.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead, Rip. I'm sure you already said that's what you would do, be different. I just didn't know how easy it would be to be different. You know what I mean? Like
they don't really like it. Wrestlers want to wrestle. Like, that's a whole thing. And you got to stand 10 toes or just go out there and be like, I forgot. And then now what? You have personality. So it is kind of difficult with people, but I think I got enough respect with people now. They kind of like, I'll have your match. So I'm like, okay, even better, So,
you know, as a performer, you get a chance every night to take somebody, excuse me, it ain't worth a shit. And they're usually a D- match, and all of a sudden they work with you and they have a C match.
yeah.
People go, damn. Well, they know it's not the other girl. And a lot of times, like if you're a heel and you're calling the goddamn fucking match, you get heat on yourself for being good.
Yeah.
But you also get held down because you can have a above average match with everybody. Where it's always been, a lot of the stars ain't worth a shit. Excuse me. I'd tell guys, okay, you guys go an hour. Huh?
Hey, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say yes to them. Just let.
No, but
we don't want to get heat on you.
No. No, I'm just talking about.
I'll just stand here.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine.
No,
I'm just saying. No, you keep going.
He's
What-
protecting me. Cancel culture's already
protecting
after
her.
me. He's trying to help out.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can't
No.
cancel you, Rip. You're OG.
Yeah.
Oh, but now I forgot what I was even talking about.
He
Anyway,
does have dementia.
yeah, you know I do.
Well,
and I said,
Saint-
what was I talking about?
Saint's gonna save you here.
Okay.
On a shoot out of the ring, what's your best move out of the ring? On a shoot out of the ring. Does he mean like real fighting, I guess? So I guess when you got in high school fights, what was your go-to? What you punch
Just
people,
soccer
wrestle
rocks.
people?
I am not a, clean, get pieced up type of girl. I will find something and I will hit you with it. And my go-to was the soccer rocks, which is why I used it in wrestling.
Oh, so you used it for real.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, well, yeah.
Oh,
You
go
only
ahead.
get one or two good hits with the soccer rocks because when you hit someone for real, it busts open.
What do you think about that? So what
There's
do
a
you
lot
carry
of-
him? You just carry him in your purse? So instead of
Well, I had them in my trunk.
Oh, your trunk. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hell
In
of
my
a
trunk
question.
in my car. But I had all kinds of random stuff because back in high school, girls would just pull up and then you had to be ready. So I would be like, yeah, let me pop the trunk. Boom. Yeah.
Holy
I don't live
shit.
that life anymore, you guys.
She's a baby face, in and out of the ring these days.
Exactly. Yes.
So
Yes.
nice now. That's
You
great.
don't know
So
what to think.
I don't know if you're allowed to answer this question or not. If you can't, just go ahead and say not. I thought I saw somewhere where you were supposed to maybe go to the performance center and then it didn't happen. Is there any comments you can make? True, false?
Yeah, I did. I was supposed to go. I have epilepsy and my neurologist is kind of being an asshole and would not clear me to go. So I'm in the process of finding a second opinion, a different doctor to get a second opinion or whatever. And then I am invited back whenever they may have another one, who knows. But yeah, I have to be cleared first and foremost.
Got it. All right. Didn't know that. Breaking news here. I'm sure she's already told this to everybody else, but we're gonna act like it's breaking news here on Wrestling with Rip Rogers.
Okay, I can go with that. What's the breaking
Everyone
news for me?
assumed I failed a drug test because they seen the Netflix series and they see me smoking weed and they're like, oh yeah, she failed the drug test. So there's all kinds of different articles out about me right now in this WWE tryout. So I'm just like, whatever. I wasn't even going to speak on it, but you're like the third person to ask me. I can talk about it. I'm still not cleared. So it's not like I can just,
Rip's the big pot smoker.
Yeah.
He's ribbing you.
Oh, boo.
When was the last time you drank, Rip?
The last time I drank, it was New Year's 1986. I was at that bar in Lexington. I got drunk. Well, I had immense quantities of vodka and fruit punch.
Ew.
And I jumped up on the bar and got naked and started posing.
I think you just made that
So
up.
that was the last time I drank. But this Saturday, we got the Dr. Chuck thing.
Oh yeah.
And then afterwards, we're going to Dylan's dad's bar, and I got a 50. I'm gonna drink a beer, the first beer I've had.
No way.
Yeah,
Why?
no.
For what reason?
Well, Dylan said, "I'll bet you $50 you don't drink a beer."
So you're gonna do it.
So
for
I'm gonna
50
drink a
bucks?
beer for $50.
For $50?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll probably hold my nose like this so you can't taste it, because I can't stand the taste of beer. Ugh.
Really?
Cigarette smoke, pot,
Yeah.
anything. I'm going, why would you want to spend money, feel stupid, but then again, when I was in the bar in Lexington drunk in New Year's 1986, it was different. What a high that was. So what the fuck, right?
I'm not
So
a big
you-
drinker either. I throw up, so I don't like to drink. I am a pothead, but I think it's like medicine for me. It stopped the seizures. I haven't had a seizure in 6 years, so I don't know.
All right, so let me ask you this then. You brought up the pot. Is
All
there
right.
is there or will there be, I guess, I don't even know the rules in WWE anymore. Will there be any backlash about that? Like, does that worry you at all?
As far as I was under the impression that the commission or whatever doesn't test for marijuana anymore because it's legal in X amount of states. So I want to say no, but I'm going to get on here and say no. And then a situation's going to occur and I'm going to be like, okay. So I mean, yes and no. I'll be
See you
smart
on that.
about it, I guess.
You could tell me it was just a gimmick. I'm just doing it
Yeah,
for
just for the
TV,
show.
blah, blah,
I mean,
blah.
you get a
This-
medical
this-
card, and can
Oh,
they say anything if I have that? I mean, I don't know. I think I would be able to play it off because, like I said, it's legal and
Yeah.
Almost everywhere.
It was like a movie. It's like playing a character in a movie.
They used to throw away. They used to,
that's not even
used to
really
be-
me.
Yeah, smoking. You get caught with marijuana years ago. Some of you guys might they would spend more time in prison than a guy that murdered somebody sometimes.
Yeah.
And
it's
now
great.
it's just legal. Who cares?
Yeah, or they steal it from you. Anytime as a young lad, anytime I ever got pulled over, the police would just take my weed, and I'm like, wow.
Are you sure it was the weed, or you batted your eyes? It looked at your blonde hair. You sort of went with,
Yeah.
with your tongue over your top lip, and the cop always looked left, looked right, and then you went about a block away. And what the hell?
Oh,
And
no,
all of a
yeah.
sudden,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't bring up.
all of a sudden,
nothing.
Hollywood Haley J's cash app just went up, up, and up. What the hell, right?
All right, John Tucker bailing us out again. Super chat question. How do you physically stack up to Charlotte Flair? Could you overpower her?
Did you not hear what I just said about I do not fight fair,
Maybe he
Mr.
just joined
John
the show.
Tucker? Listen, I'm manifesting this with Charlotte already. I already know she looks great. I know she's jacked. I'm working out too, A, and B, I have a sock of rocks that will literally knock out that big guy right there. It'll knock out Rip. It'll knock out Charlotte. I am not worried about that.
Your grandma could knock me out, so take me off there.
Thanks for the question, John Tucker. I love the answer as well. That's and she called me fat.
No, no.
He's only 250,
He
6'6",
said he
oh,
was
6'5".
6'4".
Well,
I am
he shrunk down.
I have shrunk. I used to be 6'5". I am currently 6'4" and shrinking. So that's what happens. Hey, I did have a question about the Netflix deal too. Did you know, like, predetermined, like you were going to be like the star of the show? I mean, you definitely were portrayed as the main character, I would say, or at least one of the main characters. Was that something they said coming in, or did it just kind of play out that way?
It kind of played out that way. So they had originally like 10 people. I think they did interviews and they were kind of like, tell us your life story. And I think they thought mine was entertaining. And even my personality just on camera, they were like, okay, she's one of the main ones that we're going to follow around. And that was kind of difficult for me, honestly, because I did not like people being up my butt 24/7, especially when I'm trying to hide. Everyone wants to call the match. I'm trying to run and hide, so I don't have to. They're just there. And I'm like, they're like, yeah, just pretend we're not here. I'm like, okay, all right.
Now, did you spread that false rumor that you were a sex change or anything like that? Because that would always, that would really grab. You know what I mean?
I didn't do any kind of crazy rumor.
She's doing the dope gimmick there. She's a model. She's a sex change.
She's AG, all gimmick, baby.
She's AG. She's
AG,
all
all
gimmick.
gimmick.
She's talking shit. She's talking like she's a 20-year vet. Using people. Here's my cash app. Got a little bit of attitude. She got the gimmick. The gimmick fucking lashes. The gimmick hair.
All these is real. These are natural. What are you talking about? My hair is natural. My lashes are natural. Don't lie to these people, Rip.
Oh, okay.
This could be the greatest.
This is the greatest HollyHood Haley J interview ever
today.
Yeah.
Don't say ever, because I've
that
seen her
out
all
there.
over the internet. Everybody's getting her on the show. She's
Well,
world
she
famous.
She can't help it. She's a hot bitch, right? Biatch, yeah.
Hot bitch.
Talk-
I'll take
talk-
bitch over whore. I'll take that.
Talking to her, picking her.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's wrong with me? Hey, when I was studying for the priesthood, you know, you wouldn't have said that.
I would have.
Yeah, I did see a clip of you on, or I think it was on Twitter, maybe live, something on Vince Russo. You're on the Vince Russo show or whatever it's called, but Al Snow was on with you, and he never really let you get a word in edgewise when the moment I watched. So I'm not even going to count that as an interview.
I'm going to go have a conversation with Al. I feel like the more podcasts I watch of him, he's just like, yep, it's Haley. Yep. I'm like, Al, what is wrong with you? Do we have beef or something? I don't know. But Vince Russo offended me. I'm glad I got to clear the air on that one.
What did he do to offend you?
Well, when I watched I think it was the first episode where he watched the first episode and was going over it with Al. And he had said, oh, yeah, this girl, HollyHood, Haley J, you know, she's got talent, she's got it, charisma, whatever. She just gives me Sunny vibes. And I was like,
Sunny?
exactly, because I'm a pothead. And he said that me rolling up on the highway, whatever. And I'm just like, hold on, pause, son. Sunny did a lot more than just smoke weed. And she's currently locked up for like murder or something. So could you not compare me to Sunny? Please, Mr. Russo. But we got to clear that up on the air, and I'm happy about it. Because Al agreed. Al was like, yeah, oh, yeah, I know. She's going to self-sabotage. I'm like, no. Why would you agree with him? No one. I never hear good stories about this girl. So
the most important thing about Hollywood Haley J.
HollyHood.
HollyHood. Wait,
HollyHood.
You got to take his teeth out.
Yeah,
Say
took
it
my
right.
teeth out. HollyHood Haley J is to get that cash app. That's the main thing. Send her money. She
Send me
needs
money.
some money.
Yeah.
More money.
You could go
Women
ahead.
need
You could go ahead
money.
and say it again. I don't know. Maybe somebody else.
More money, more problems. It's HollyHood HJ. Let's see how much money I get. Come on, Rip. Just keep putting me over. It's fine.
HollyHood Haley J. Send money with her special cash app.
With her special. Where'd you get a list from? Where did that
Well,
come
baby.
That's the dream, baby.
Oh, that's in there. Okay.
Get with it.
That was the dream. You too young, girl. You don't know what's happening in the world of professional wrestling. I'm the son of a plumber man. These are hard times. Hard times.
Hard.
Is this similar at all to your time on the Vince Russo show?
Yeah, you know, he wouldn't be quiet either, so.
Oh,
now he's quiet.
You don't want Rip to be quiet. Come on
No,
now.
we don't.
See?
Then the show would be boring.
No, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, I like it when Rip talks, man.
Rip's Rip. I got a lot of respect for Rip. It's okay. He doesn't know me. I know who he is.
So you've heard of Rip Rogers before?
Yeah, of course. He trained most of the people that, you know, I look up to and work with. So I feel like I'm cut from the same cloth. Rip, you have to accept me.
You work with Doug Basham, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so you can't get any better than that.
Yeah. Doug's I'd be ready to knock him out.
Why Doug? Doug's a good guy, man.
Doug is a really good guy, and he cares a lot, and he gets very passionate, but he also babies the girls. So
You're a girl.
I always got
not me, because I'm freaking an asshole, so I don't get babied.
He babies them from you.
I got in trouble.
They babies them from me, exactly. Yes.
I wouldn't baby the girls.
Yeah, that's why Rip. That was Rip's downfall.
Yeah,
he wouldn't baby the
when
girls.
I got fired the first, second, third, and fourth times because I wouldn't baby the girls, called them fucking names.
Okay.
You said they were the drizzling shit.
Names,
all right.
And then they all got good.
Yeah,
they did.
That's the main thing is they got good because
that's how it works, though. I feel like any good coach. I played sports all throughout high school, middle school. I feel like any good coach I had, they were very passionate. They were very, you know, loud and rude, and I don't know. I call it passionate because it made me better.
When I was telling people it was fantastic, greatest ever, they knew that was the most sarcastic son of a bitch I could say. How was it? Oh, it's fantastic. Best one today. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably, the way you act anyway, you probably would have liked Rip as a trainer. I think you guys probably would have probably had a few collisions.
Yeah, we probably would have butted heads, but no,
Probably.
definitely. I respect the tougher guys because I mean I respect anyone who's willing to help me out, but there's just something about that passion that will drive someone crazy, you know. And I need that sometimes. I need to put that chip on my shoulder. It works better for me to talk shit. That's why I don't know. I think that's why I do it. That's my approach. Like if I see any of the girls that are, you know, newer than me or ask me for help, I'm kind of like blunt about it, but I'm like, it helped me. Why is it not helping them? How come they go cry? Like it doesn't make sense to me. But you know, everybody's not cut out like that. So
do they like do the other wrestlers, do they like you in real life?
I think so now. Yeah. The locker room at OVW is very good. Outside of OVW, I think that it takes people a second to like me because they see the internet and they see this big personality. And then I'll get there and then they kind of just sit back and watch. And then they're like, oh, that's really her. She's pretty cool. So I want to say yes. I'm a very likable person.
Now you wrestled somebody on AEW, right? Was that what's her name now?
Ruby. So Ruby, what is her name now? Ruby Soho. Yeah. And I wrestled Serena D.
OVW when I was for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You wrestled her, right? How'd that go?
It was really good. I wrestled her twice at AEW now. The first time it was really quick and you know how those matches go. But the last time it was at a house show and I had like a whole entrance and I actually had like a 7 to 8 minute match with her. And it was awesome. She's awesome. She's very unselfish and helpful, you know. And then I could even ask her about her time at OVW and kind of compare it to my time at OVW. So I thought that was cool. Same thing with Serena Deeb. I wrestled her. She's an OVW girl.
Yeah, I was in class with her for quite a while. Rip, you trained, I know Serena, obviously. You had Ruby too, didn't you, for a while or no?
You know me, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I remember she was there.
She was Heidi Loveless, I think, at the time.
Yeah, Heidi.
Like so I think she was with you for a minute. She wasn't down there for a real long time. But of course, Serena, I mean, Serena's got Rip all over her. I mean,
yeah, she's good, man. She really is good.
Oops, trying to figure something out here. All right, we're back.
I want to read what you guys are reading.
You should be able to see like the chat and stuff. We really do you have the chat open?
Sure.
I haven't really been taking any like any and all questions. I do like super chats right now or people that are members of the show. So we're not just sitting here reading through every single chat, but somebody did want to know. Somebody new came on again and I guess missed your Cash App. So
yeah.
Somebody's asking for your Cash App.
For my Cash App. It's
a hot item
money
today.
$HollyHood HJ. Look at Rip. Rip's getting me some money. Okay, I'll come on here more often, you guys.
We'll see if anybody actually sends you anything.
Sends
first.
it. Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Before you get too excited here. With that being said, we do have the super chat open. Anybody got a question for HollyHood? Haley J, baby. Right now's the time. Put it in the comments, and we'll get right to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Get right to it. Rip, you got any questions on the top of your head right here?
We need to know about HollyHood Haley J if she's got a man.
Ooh.
Or if she's got a woman. She would be even more enticing.
I'm crying. No, me and my man are on pause, son. He's on the Netflix documentary too. If you watched it, you see that it was very toxic, whatever. We're both grown, so it is what it is. Nobody's mad at anyone, but we're separated.
There you have it. Breaking news again. I know it's probably
that
not
is
really
breaking news, actually.
It is breaking news, Rip.
All right. And you heard it first right here with Wrestling Rip Rogers with HollyHood Haley J.
HollyHood, dude.
HollyHood.
HollyHood.
Well, that's when you used to say in Hollywood when I was from Hollywood, California for years. And now I'm going to start. So where are you from? Well, I'm from Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood, you know. I get confused. You know that.
Yeah, Rip, ask all the tough questions. Ask if she had a man in her life, and she comes on this show, Rip, and says they're on a break. Wow, great question, Rip.
Good, bro. Yeah, I didn't.
No one's asked. I don't think anyone's been brave enough to ask that because of the drama that the Netflix had. So good job, Rip.
Oh, you know, I'm nothing but drama. Want more drama.
The drama.
The main thing. So when you having trouble with your man, is it I ain't texting you? He's got to call me. He's going to text me, and I'm not going to answer him. If I do answer him back, he's going to have to wait for 24 hours.
No.
No.
Okay. Ours is more wrestling related. We're both wrestlers, and that just doesn't work.
Oh. Well, the problem was when you told him his match was the shits, probably. Did you tell him that?
And vice versa. Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Now,
his matches are great. His personality's the shits. That's where.
Now, Rip doesn't watch wrestling. He sure as hell didn't watch the Netflix thing.
Wow.
I don't watch any wrestling.
I watched every single episode. And I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to watch this because I don't know if you know, I was in OVW for years and trained with Rip and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know if I really wanted to watch it. Just I don't know. Just didn't know if I wanted to go back
in that,
to that stuff. But then we were gonna go on Renee Dupree's show, which I see you're gonna be on Monday night, so we could plug that. I think Monday night I saw him.
I will be with him. Yeah.
Say that. So we were doing an OVW reunion / we were supposed to talk about the Netflix thing on his show. And Doug Basham came on for a while. Actually, you were on for a while. Doug held the phone up. You were at a show somewhere.
Liberty,
I came on there.
And Doug held the phone up because he was on Renee's show at that time.
Oh, that was Renee's show. That's hilarious.
And then you did like a run-in right there. So anyway,
I'm always ruining Doug's stuff.
Talk about the show, and nobody on there but me actually watched the Netflix series. So it kind of
how do they want to ask me questions if they don't even know?
So I watched it for that reason. And once I started watching it and then just seeing how the back was still the same with all the pictures up and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it was really cool. It was intriguing. I thought it was I see maybe some parts you could tell were scripted, but all that shit is. I mean, none of it's totally 100% reality based, but I thought it was good. I liked it.
I don't they didn't have me script anything.
No,
not one thing. No, after they came and did some filler stuff, and like I had to do a crossbody off the top rope 500 times. But as far as like lines or even saying anything, no, none of that. And that's why I was so nervous. They had like secret microphones in freaking locker rooms and stuff, and I'm like, that's a setup for drama.
Oh wow! Yeah. I remember we were doing. Remember, I think you were there. It's when me and Dylan actually got in like a fight. They were doing that thing for
a real fight.
Kind of. It was a reality show pilot, and it was Jamin and Jimmy and those guys. And then me and Dylan were in like a practice that day as like extras. And then Dylan, remember me and him? I think you were there. We got into it, and Dylan was like, "Yeah, we got to stand out." So we actually started like hitting each other.
So y'all did a fake beef. That's great. I wish I was smart enough to do that. My beef was real, and the girl tries to get me canceled every time she can. But yeah, I wish I was smart enough to be like, let's just fake it.
So we got back in like line. I was like, dude, like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm trying to get to be on the show. And I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't smart enough to figure it out either. I didn't know that's what he was trying to do. But
bro, that's great though. That's hilarious.
But I guess my point is they came in with like a script. They came in with like pages of what was going to happen.
The reality show that you did?
It never made it. This was like a pilot. But they did have some, not all of it was scripted, but they definitely had some script.
Have you seen any of the producer director's other work? Last Chance You, Cheer, any of that?
I have not, no.
Okay, so Greg, it's not really reality. He doesn't even like that. It's more like a docu-series. Okay, so it's like he tells great stories from like the underdog. Last Chance You is a football one. And it's like all these, you got to watch that.
I've heard of it. I've actually heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one's really good, but he came in and was just like, I want to help you tell your story. So, if you're honest with me, then we can, help you, whatever. It wasn't really no scripts at all. There was nothing. Cool. He was just him being like, hey, if you're honest with me, or if you want to tell me the story, then I'll tell the world type deal. So.
Breaking news, Rip. No script for the Netflix series. No
script, guys.
Breaking all kinds of news. Hey, we got a little super chat here. Thank you, Saint. When is your match with Mercedes
Monet.
in Japan. You got a match with her coming up?
I don't. I wish I did. That would be great.
This could be really breaking news.
I'm pretty sure she's still injured at this time as well.
Well, let's put that. Let's fuel the fire.
Yeah.
Fuel the fire on that rumor.
Yeah, just tell them what it is.
Yeah, tell
Anytime, any
them
place.
in Japan. I'll be there.
Anywhere, sucker.
Cut a promo on her right now.
Yeah.
We'll get this match set up right here. I'm sure she's watching the show.
She better be.
So you're saying right now that you don't have a match scheduled with her. Is that what you're saying?
No, but I would love to. So book that.
Get a book.
So HollyHood, Haley J she's gonna completely turn it around on the next series of Netflix. She's gonna go sort of crazy, and at the end of the match, she'll be beating herself in the head and doing this and that and screaming at herself in the mirror, and she'll be total gimmick.
I feel like that was the first season, how it really was in my brain.
Yeah, first season she was AG, all gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, are you? Is there a season 2 or whatever they call it?
We do not know the word on that yet, but I will say that there's been a lot of positive feedback and everything, so it's possible. It's definitely possible, but we haven't got to confirm.
Got it. Hey, John Tucker's in green. He's a loyal supporter of the show, so we're going to let him ask a question here. What match or clip would you like us to watch or to look up to learn more about you? You got something out there on the internet that you're proud of that you would like people to see? Or just the Netflix series?
Or your Just OnlyFans page.
I don't have OnlyFans. They're not that lucky. Yeah.
But they could be, you know.
No, not enough money yet.
That's why you got
that cash app's going way higher.
Tell her about your OnlyFans idea, Rip.
Yeah, you do OnlyFans?
Or you, the masked grandpa.
Oh, the masked grandpa. Yeah, I'd have the foot on, right? Then I'd take the teeth out and the tongue would be slithering through the mask hole.
I bet a lot of people would love that.
And I would be deflowering all the young or older virgins, you know, maybe fat women would cost extra, you know, this or that. It'd be a hell of a gimmick, though. Hey, you only go through life once.
Yeah, you do. Hey, okay, the match clip. Okay, sorry. I mean, to help you learn about me, you'd probably have to watch the Netflix docuseries because that's the truth. But you can go watch any of my matches on, you know, YouTube. OVW, we're on Fight every week live. I'm on WOW, Women of Wrestling. That's a different character. Yeah.
Oh, you're with Rachel, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's her name over there?
Chantilly.
Yeah. Okay.
Rachel. Who's Rachel?
Raylyn.
Raylyn.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know she was
she's on the WOW.
Yes.
Of course, Dave McLean runs that, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Jeannie Buss?
Yep. See, he knows something. Y'all act like you don't know. He knows.
Okay. Dave McLean used to be the photographer for Dick the Bruiser in Indianapolis in the 70s. And he was a rich kid, lived on North Meridian Street in Indianapolis.
Really?
And he's been out to California. He's been with the girls thing. I don't know how long.
Yeah.
He's he was with Romer all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was photographer with Romer. Oh, wow. Then he became Dick the Bruiser's announcer and everything when Sam Miniker got caught dipping into the till, and then all of a sudden it was Dave McLean. Of course, Dave might have put that rumor out that Sam was dipping into the till, but what the hell, right?
You know you're going to get some education on this show, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I didn't know any of that. I think he still is in Indianapolis though, so all that sounds accurate.
Do you still work for him? You still go out there?
I do. I go back in December.
She'll be over.
Yeah.
That's why she's HollyHood, Haley J, ladies and gentlemen.
Saint said it was just a little fantasy booking, so he was wanting that match between you and Mercedes.
Oh, me too. Okay, well, we'll manifest that together. I'm going for Charlotte first. That's my goal, but I'll take Sasha, please.
Stay away from Nia Jax.
You don't have to comment on that.
Plead the fifth. Look, yeah, they got.
There you go. There you go. Hey, have you bought one of our shirts yet? The Wrestling with Rip Rogers official T-shirt
I haven't. You can send me one.
Just took off the internet and sent a thing in.
She said you could send her one and contribute to her Cash App.
And then you can cash at me. Yeah.
The most important.
No, let me see though. Let me see.
Oh, it's more of a rib than anything else. It's just.
I like it. I think it's great. Are they on the internet for purchase?
Yeah, ProWrestlingTees.com,
Pro Wrestling
man.
Tees?
Of
Okay,
course.
cool.
Rip Rogers store, yeah.
And you can get my book, and you can get my book for your toilet. And when you're on the toilet,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh.
We can plug the book again. See,
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at all these-
nice. Okay.
Look at all these things we're having you on here to buy.
Look at my
today.
big old head.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're doing all these interviews and shit now. You no microphone, no headset. You got to get.
Yeah, I know. I'm still ghetto. It's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
part of
To
the
be
gimmick.
fair, I'm the worst at podcasts. It's funny. I have all this confidence, and you see it when I go to the ring. But on podcasts, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like recorded. I'm scared I'm gonna say something, and then somebody's gonna do something. I have no idea what it is. But I suck at podcasts. So I did not take any podcasts. I think I did 2 my whole career until this Netflix thing. And then my PR lady, now I have a whole team, you guys. There's a team now. And I have a PR lady, and she's like, hey. And I'm like.
She's like, don't say this, don't say this, don't say this. Is that what she's saying?
Correct. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That sucks, don't it? That
yeah,
sucks.
because I'm
You
an
wanna-
honest person.
Yeah.
But do they
It's
help you
just
get bookings?
to be honest. Huh?
Do they help you get bookings or just tell you what not to say?
No, they do. I've been New York Times, Forbes magazine. They got all their important or who they considered important people, you know.
And then they reached out to us right after the New York Times rip.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're in the top 10, sort of.
Yeah, lucky for you that if you think you sucked at podcasts, nobody watches this one. So
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah, no, it's all of them. It doesn't matter. This one's actually been easier, I think, because Rip has, like, you know, that old school mentality, personality. He doesn't care, and I love that. It makes me feel more at home. So
And you
thanks,
guys have
Rip.
met already.
Yeah.
You guys have already met.
I
You
already
know?
called her a hooer, so
Yeah,
she
he
knows how
called
I
me
am.
a hooer.
She knows how I am. Yeah.
I seen him again after that, the signing, and yeah, he was a trip then too. Rip's always a trip. He's just always.
Where was this at?
That was in Indianapolis, I believe. I was with Tiffany. She's also at OVW, Tiffany Nieves. Shout out to her, even though she has my title right now.
There was 2 of you sitting there, and then her boy.
Oh, I was there.
Her boyfriend was at the next table, right? Or the
That
table
was not
over.
her boyfriend. No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the man who sponsored her. I was sitting beside Mickey James at that.
I was
You
there.
came and talked to Mickey. Mm-hmm.
Mickey and Serena were the 2 best girls I ever had.
Mickey's awesome. That
Uh-huh.
is my favorite person, my favorite female wrestler of all time. She's such a genuine person. She cares about wrestling, but then also will put wrestling on pause and, like, you know, talk about you and your mental or just whatever. She's great, man. Mickey's awesome.
She's been on the show.
Has she?
Oh yeah.
I love Mickey.
Yeah. She is. I think probably her. What do you think? I think Gail Kim's pretty good.
Oh, Gail's good. Yeah.
See, Mickey had so many trainers. You know what I mean? She broke in with one, and she had, and she was with Joey. She was under him a lot, Joey Matthews, and then I'm completely out there, totally different than everybody, and I ain't changing. So I do what I do well, and the other guys give her more because I don't teach that stuff. What they do, and then so she's more well rounded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like Serena was with me for a long time, so she was sort of rip-eyed, but she had been different places too with this and that. So you're gonna a lot of shit. I'm gonna teach you what to do, but basically is what not to do. What not to do.
That's
So,
Doug's. That's what Doug says. Look at that.
well.
Huh. So this guy's from our band, our group, our rock rap wrestling group that does our music here, Wrestling with Rip Rogers. Says, Rip, if you could book HollyHood Haley with any female wrestler you trained at OVW, who would it be? So
Ooh,
I think it
good
just kind of
question.
goes on to what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Kind of Serena.
I'd like to put her with Serena because I had Serena the longest time, and I trained her with the guys, where the guys would have to be the girl sometimes. And I said, okay, now Serena, you weigh 200, and you're a guy,
Yeah.
and you're wrestling this guy, and he's 200. You know what I mean? So you got to learn. sometimes you were a male, sometimes you were a female, sometimes you were bigger, sometimes you were smaller, and you were supposed to work and sell as the size differential. Yeah, which is a little bit different.
And Serena got there like out of high school, right? That was her first place, like out of high school.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
she was 18, I think, and I think that was her first place. She was great. I think that was it. Yeah.
So if I called her, that was totally accepted, and she'd accept. What the hell?
She
right?
didn't tell the office on you, like people. But this is Starcade right here. Can you see him on the screen right now? Starcade right there. I was in their last video. Got beat up, got hit with the kendo stick, got fire thrown in my face in the video. So if you haven't checked out Starcade, you gotta check out.
I'll go look at that. Okay.
They got some the long limousines. They got what else do we Real Freaky. We did a Rip Rogers reacts to Real Freaky. He likes the rap music now, right, Rip?
I like the Mocha Girls and the Whopper Gap, but anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, we got a few minutes left. Anybody in the chat got a super chat question or a member question? We got a few more minutes here with the Netflix star, the OVW star. How do you like to be introduced? The former OVW champion. I bet
the Buchettoist baddie. That's me.
I don't know what that. Say it again.
The Buchettoist baddie.
You know what that means?
No.
Kind of bougie, kind of ghetto.
Oh, is that your thing?
Yeah.
What's bougie mean?
What do you mean? Look, it's on here.
But that doesn't mean we know what it means.
The Buchettoist baddie. HollyHood.
I just start showing me her pectoralis majors and minors.
Yeah, I've been working out. Oh, they're covered. You can't see nothing.
Okay. Yeah, you better get in the gym, man. You better work out.
Are you telling me I'm small?
If nothing else, we were just talking about it earlier. So I was hoping you were. So you're on it. You're on it, though, right? You're
I
good.
am. You're lucky I have a sweatshirt on, or I would flex on you right now because I'm getting jacked.
Rip could show.
Let's see your flex.
I don't have anything. Rip can show you the.
See if I got. Can you see that?
I
got
over
it
here.
Yes.
Oh, snap!
Look at that.
Oh, shit. I'm only 69. Going to be 70 February 7th if I make it. If I don't make it, what the fuck, right? Huh?
He was jacked all the way down too. Okay.
Oh, it's all me, baby. It's all me.
AM.
Mm-hmm.
All me.
Okay.
I'm trying to be another Hollywood Haley J.
Yeah. There's zero of those. Just
I got the hair like my whole life. I've been copying HollyHood, and I didn't even know it, and that was it. I had that mentality was what it was, and I'm in the prime of life, just like HollyHood. So she's just going to steal the show like everywhere else. What the fuck, right?
Yeah. So the Starcade boys got one more question. He must have been on here late because he said, if you could book a match with anyone right now, who would it be and why? It's Charlotte Flair. So you missed that. But I don't think you really answered this question yet. Who was your biggest influence in wrestling? Maybe you'll say your mom. Maybe I should just let you answer the question. Growing up. Did you watch wrestling growing up? I didn't even ask that. Did you?
I did watch wrestling growing up. Come on, guys. Are you kidding me?
Okay, well, some people don't.
My favorite of all time was Jeff Hardy, and he didn't influence me at all. That's what's crazy. I do know Jeff Hardy crazy nothing, but he was my favorite. That's as a kid, him, Lita, the Hardy Boys. I was just like, wow. And Mickey James, I was obsessed with Mickey James when I was in elementary school. I used to tell everyone that we were cousins because my name is Haley James and her name was Mickey James. And that was a lie. So, awesome. Yeah. But influences, I think once I actually started watching the indies, Reverend Ronnie Roberts, my original trainer, just watching him wrestle as a kid, I think it started to click for me as a kid. So when I actually started wrestling, I was like, insert personality here, do this, it made sense for me. So I would say him outside of big WWE people. Did you go to shows? Yes. I went to like WWE or indie.
Just any of them, anything, anywhere.
Well, we were broke out here, you know what I'm saying? So I went to like maybe 2 WWE shows, 2 Impact shows, sat in the nosebleeds, loved life. And then Mom took me to my first indie show because her friend and her husband ran a promotion, which is where she originally trained, BFE, nowhere. It was literally nothing. She took me to my first indie show, And I was just like, wow, I didn't even know that this was a thing. I only knew of, TV wrestling. So I was like, Mom, you should wrestle. And then she went from taking pictures, David McLean, to in the ring wrestling. I set myself up for success when I was like 8 years old.
So you got her into like actually wrestling then?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. She always liked wrestling. Like obviously I wouldn't know what it was if it wasn't for her watching it with my brother at home. But for her to actually get her ass in the ring, she was in the back taking pictures. I was like, you should do this. Your friend's doing it. You can do it too. And then I think ever since then, I was like, I know what I'm going to do. You can make money doing this? Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. OVW. Did you go to OVW at all as a kid?
I did. When Mom was there. Yes.
Any idea what year that would have been?
Maybe like 2010, 13-ish, around that area. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. I remember I was younger and I was fat. There's a picture of me and Mom at the OVW arena. She was wrestling and I was in the fan. I was fat, boy. Oh yeah, little chunkers. I'm like, oh.
Not HollyHood.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh please. I looked like a honey bun as a kid. I was the cutest little honey bun. Glossed up. I was tan. I don't know why I was so tan. Whatever.
You used to say you were a fat kid, Rip.
I was a fat kid. That's why.
Now you're a jacked kid.
Now I'm still training because I still think of myself being fat.
Really?
Yeah, but since I don't do the drugs or whatever, so I got to have the endorphins. So
yeah,
just to get that. Yeah. If I don't work out, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, I believe it.
But once I've worked out, now I don't give a shit.
I feel that. That's why I smoke my pot.
Yeah, but that's just all gimmick.
Kayfabe that.
Yeah, kayfabe that. Yeah, she's just a television star.
Yeah,
that's her gimmick. Smoking dope, It's like Matt Riddle, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He got released from WWE, and they were like, I seen all the comments. Where's Matt Riddle going next? To OVW to smoke with HollyHood Haley J? I was like, yeah, bring him down. Who cares,
Riddle was over with me. I liked him from the Monster Factory, so
yeah,
I liked him. He was cool.
Hey, somebody said in the chat there should be a new tag team, the HollyHood Hustlers.
Ooh,
the Hustler Rip Rogers and Haley J, the HollyHood.
Oh, Rip.
No, I gotta be a manager.
Well, yeah, but
it's fine.
It would be
you
awesome.
Don't want to wrestle?
Oh,
I'll call for you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think we can about wrap this thing up. We've been on here an hour. I told you it'd be about an hour. So
I think she needs to redo her Cash App just in case.
Just in case anyone missed the Cash App, it is $ HollyHood with an H, HJ. And you can follow me on all social medias at HollyHood Haley J.
All social medias, HollyHood Haley J. Oh, thanks for coming on here, man. Really appreciate it. Had a good time. Even made Rip like laugh and smile, and that's cool. So I am glad you guys had met. Even
the next time you see me, Rip, you better remember me. Now that we have talked, it's HollyHood. I'm a hooer. Like next time you see me, remember me.
Just remind me. I said, "Oh yeah, now I remember."
Yeah,
I probably will. I can't remember if I'm zipped up.
You can't forget her. I mean, come on.
Well, not when she starts talking that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. You're one of the best shit talkers for a girl. Yeah, hell yeah.
Or even not
for a girl. Even not.
I'll take it for a girl. I'll take it for a girl, guys.
Yeah,
you've been a great sport. We wish you all the best of luck. Hopefully, there's a Wrestlers 2 coming out that you can shine in. Hope you get your match with Charlotte Flair. We'll be pulling for you. The last thing we do on this show is we got to go out with a head bob. This is Starcade right here. All you got to do is give us a nice little head bob before you get off here. And then what I really would like you to do, I'm going to end this stream. If you could just stay on for a second after I end it, because sometimes it has to load. And if the other person gets off, it kind of messes things up. So if you could just not click exit right when I say
a little bit more,
it's over.
More than a second.
Yeah, I'll let you know when we get off here. But we're gonna do the head bob. If I can find it, here it is. Oh, it's got to start right now. Here we go. Go do the head bob. This should be a HollyHood, and this is hood music right here, baby. This should be it for you.
You be hood.
Yeah. Big gold and a billfold. So swole that I can't get the shit closed. So I let it fold and rubber band wrap. And when it pop.
She's already
Yeah, she loves it. I can tell.
That's it,
Okay.
baby. Remember,
What is
Cash
that?
App.
Is that me bobbing
Yes,
your
yeah.
head?
Cash App.
Thanks for coming on here. This thing is over. Thanks for everybody joining us today. Wrestling with Rip Rogers. We'll be back next week or concrete time, Friday at noon or Thursday or whatever time. This thing is over.